is. If you have not followed his Triple H horse racing podcast, you're missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.
Good afternoon and welcome to the HHH Racing Podcast Weekend Warriors Sunday edition here on the HHH Racing Podcast. I'm your host, Howard Kravitz, along with co-host Chris Walsh. We'll have Kyle Roscoe on later and probably a few other people as well. Chris, we're here to talk about a few things, mainly some really big stake races at Woodbine. It is King's Plate Preview Day. It was a major stakes and a fantastic 20-cent base late pick 5. We'll be showing all those races, my friend, plus the usual fare at Saratoga. We'll also do our first look at Delmar as well when they start also. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. And Terry Frank, yeah, I'm hot, man. It's Central Florida, north of Tampa, and AC is cooking. Hopefully we have no power outages today like we had yesterday, although I can run on battery, but the internet gets sketchy after that, especially when I go to backup. But I do have some opinions on some prices, so we'll get through that here in a few. We've got 5 minutes to go to Howard, so let's dig right into it. I sent you a pick 5 as we are kicking this off here, going into the 6th race at Woodbine, which is a field of 6 here. The turf is good. Good turf can produce different results and whatnot. And I'm on the 4-horse here, ready for Cheryl. Just missed last out on good turf. Although I'm an all burger in this race in terms of the pick 5, which I'm only playing at $1. They have that 20-cent gimmick there, and all that does allow you to burn more money and use more horses. So I'm all here in the pick 5, single to the 4 in the next, and then 2, 8, 10, and then 4, 5, 9, 10, and singled in the last to the 1. But ready for Cheryl here, Howard. As I look at this race, just missed last out on good turf at 8 furlongs, going 9 now. But I think the breeding suggests that this horse can get the extra furlong, although has not won, I don't believe, at 9 furlongs as of yet. No, first time at 9 furlongs here for this one. So ready for Cheryl would be my top pick in this one. I'm not going anything heavy, but I do have a win bet and then obviously a place bet just in case that horse runs second, and I'm heavier on the place than the win. So
yeah, this is the it's the grade 2 Canadian here. Let me just show the conditions there. There's 4 minutes to post, 1 1/8 miles. They got a decent amount of rain overnight. It's been sunny the rest of the day. We'll see how the track plays. Usually when it's good, I prefer an outside move here. I don't know if the rails are out. I didn't check that. My overall opinion here, Chris, I like your idea. I think giving another is way over bet here. I mean, way over bet. I know she's the class and she could easily win this race, and Graham Motion's really good. I'm assuming that the yielding turf that she didn't like. I mean, she's won on yielding and good before in South Africa, so I'm not sure. She probably wants it firm, but I just don't think. I think she's overbet quite a bit. I think Ready for Cheryl's interesting. The one I'm really interested in is Venencia for Chad. This is not his best, but I don't think she needs to be his best. She's got a really wicked turn of foot when she's right, and I think this long stretch is really gonna be good for her. Hernandez up. There's not a lot of speed, but Hernandez is really good at reading these races well. So I'm interested in Venencia to possibly upset. I'm mainly just going 2-5 here in my Woodbine pick 5. If the 4 beats me, I'm out. I'm also using the 6 Scarlet Poppy for Wesley Ward, who's actually getting bet pretty hard here at 5-2. So I'm mainly 2-5-6. I wish you luck with your 4. You were absolutely on fire early yesterday, my friend. And then the electricity went out, which I joked with you. Maybe that was a good thing. We didn't have to hear the rest of your opinions the rest of the day in case they weren't very good. But I'll tell you what, you were on a roll, my friend, early. So good luck to you. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the video. I think we're going to be good here with the sound as well. When they start talking, let me, I'll go ahead and bring it up right now on the screen because we can show, of course, video at Woodbine. The sound is on, but they're not saying anything yet. So when they do start talking, Chris, let me know. Make sure you can hear it.
Yeah. Race, Howard, the rails is set at 30 feet for this particular race here, race 6.
Okay, well, that makes a difference to me. That might help speed a little bit. Well, you never know. Usually when rails are out, speed holds better. Although Woodbine might be one of those tracks where that might not be the case, but we'll see. Make sure you follow us, by the way, at HHH Racing Pod. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bottom right-hand side of the screen, notification bell top right. We got Power Pick
on the way across to the start on the EP Taylor turf at the mile and an eighth distance.
Awesome. All right.
This race presented by the Japan Racing Association, the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes. Very short price now for number 2. Give Me Another is at 4 to 5. 3 to 1 Scarlet Poppy. And 9 to 2 Valencia, Ready for Shell 5 to 1. The first along is Patrick Husbands with Creval de Oro being taken around behind the gate. We're on a good going for the EP Taylor in lane 3.
I didn't want to interrupt Robert Keller there. Good luck to everyone again.
De Oro.
All right, well, they're going. Let's just go ahead and watch the race. Good luck to everyone to start the pick 5. It's the Grade 2 Canadian live.
Up for a start is the favorite. Give Me Another.
On the HHH Racing Podcast.
The Canadian Stakes presented by Rian Racing.
Yes.
The betting and first time to Woodbine. Life's an Audible for Pietro Morin and Rapoli Stable. Ready for Shirl, about to come up.
We got 7 minutes to the 8th, or 8 minutes to the 7th.
Yeah. And the last will be Scarlet Poppy.
And apparently pouring at Saratoga. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Katie, Wiz,
has gone in. They're all in.
Tom, Terry.
Off they race, and back last as they break. Creval de Oro, Scarlet Poppy from the outside, just in front of Valencia. Coming up on the inside, Give Me Another. And as they settle into stride, there's not much pace being shown. Coming through is Life's an Audible. And just behind the top trio now is Ready for Shirl. Only 2.5 covers the entire pack. Valencia on the outside at the back now with on the rail, Creval de Oro. Narrowly in front, Give Me Another, Life's an Audible. They're out by about a neck to Scarlet Poppy on the outside. Trying to settle is Ready for Shirl. Up the rails, pushing forward is Creval de Oro. And over on the outside is Valencia. So they are really going at a snail's pace. And Give Me Another in front.
Chris,
just the leader as they go inside.
I guess in a decent
the 6 furlongs up on the outside in second remains Life's an Audible. On the rail, Creval de Oro snuck ground. On the outside, still handy is Scarlet Poppy with no moves yet. Next to last, Ready for Shirl. And last is Valencia. 3 lengths covers the pack.
Crawling.
Give Me Another. Ryan Munger off the turn, kicking out to lead by a length to Life's an Audible. On the outside, Scarlet Poppy edging forward again. Creval de Oro sailing around the rail, then Ready for Shirl.
So we'll
last is Valencia. It has to be a sprint home. And they come down the side chasing Give Me Another, who's now getting away by almost a length. Again, from in second placing, Life's an Audible. On the outside, Scarlet Poppy as they quicken. Creval de Oro on the inside. Valencia's at the back with Ready for Shirl as they turn for home and now asked to go full bore. And Give Me Another in front. Up the inside, Creval de Oro. In the center, Scarlet Poppy and battling away, Life's an Audible. And down the outside is Ready for Shirl and Valencia. Give Me Another being chased by the entire pack, and they come inside the final furlong. Give Me Another by a couple of lengths to Creval de Oro, and here's Ready for Shirl blazing home. It's still Give Me Another in front, but Ready for Shirl gobbling up the ground. Ready for Shirl coming to the lead. At the wire ahead, Bob. Ready for Shirl's come powering in the Canadian Stakes. Another outsider is Valencia.
What in the world is going on, Chris Walsh?
Scarlet Poppy.
Oh, my Lord.
Photo for the win. 149.57.
Great call, Chris. I mean, this is completely ridiculous.
I'm doing the Jordan Shrimp for you.
I mean, the 5 was out. The 2 just, I mean, we both were against the 2 a little bit here. Yeah, absolutely got the bob. Wow. What a ride. I'll tell you, the key to that race was her getting outside of the 5. I'm not sure who was riding the 5. If I was riding the 5, I'd try to box that 4 in a little bit. Chris, great job. I put a Saber win bet on the 4 just so I wouldn't well, I lost the pick 5, but I do have a win bet. But that's a great start for you, my friend, because you had the all button in your bet. 6-1 on Ray for sure. Emma Jane, what a ride.
For the win. The
Yeah,
first
I did back that up, Howard. I did back that up with a single with the 4 with the rest of my pick 5. So Maggie's dad, you're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Boom, boom, boom from Wiz, Terry Frank. Awesome. We're keeping it rolling. Let's just keep the power on.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. I mean, boy, that timing was absolutely perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This turf course, on other turf courses, I think the 2 wins, to be very honest, but that stretch just goes on forever. The timing was absolutely perfect for this horse. I'm going to turn the sound off there. Wow, what a way to start Weekend Warriors on a Sunday here. Chris Walsh, I'll show some banners. I'll do some things here in just a second, Chris. Give me a minute here to get some things set here, because that deserves a few things here. So let me do this first of all. We got to play the rock music for Chris, and then you know what's coming. Crush for Chris Walsh again. Oh my goodness! Great job, Chris. Turn down the music here. Hold on a second, everyone. So this horse was what, 20-1 in her last start. I'll tell you, the last 2 days, Chris, you found some out of the box horses on this show that I hope people are cashing at home. Let's see who's cashing at home here. What do we got here? We got Carolina Moon, win for the 4. Tom Espinoza, great pick. Maggie's dad, thank you, Chris. Yeah, she definitely got up, no doubt about it. Rudy said it's pouring at Saratoga. We'll talk about Saratoga for a minute. Sylvain said no tariff for Sylvain. He lives in Ontario. He lives in Quebec. Excuse me. Thanks, Sylvain, for joining the show. We got your buddy Wiz Motorsports. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Very nice.
There you go, Wiz. Howard, we got 2 minutes to Monmouth, and then we got 17 minutes to Saratoga.
Okay. I did not look at Monmouth. Do you have an opinion on the Monmouth race, Chris?
I didn't, but I'll do some speed handicapping here for you. We got a starter allowance here, 5K. Right. The purse is 22K. As I just take a quick gander at this and look to see what we're doing here. Obviously, speed at Monmouth is typically good, unless you're journalism and can overcome all kinds of jacked up stuff to win the race. I think I see 3 horses here, or at least 2 at the finish, between the 2 and the 7. I mean, nothing exciting. A 2-1 and a 7-2 shot in the 7 Diamond Heat. Besa Barrio going to be on the lead, or at least trying to get the lead, and probably needs that lead to win, because all 3 of those wins that horse has had out of, well, at least the last year or so have all been on the lead. The long shot, I think, could be the 6 coming from off the pace if it could sit there, but it really hasn't improved in the last few. So this could prove to be a very formful race. The 4, another one that could sit behind if it gets the right trip and whatnot. In terms of if you're a jockey person and things like that, Paco's on the 1. And that's probably one to look for because he wins a bunch of races up there. But yeah, man, this would be, if I were going to do anything here, Howard, this would be an entertainment wager for me on the 6 Lloyd.
Okay, so Chris going with the 6.
That's a $10 wager.
Go ahead, Chris.
That's just a $10 wager. Entertainment wagers for me are about $10, no more than 20, right? Like I want a little action on the race, and I'm getting a decent price here, which I feel like at 8-1 is okay. We've got Madison Oliver riding for, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the trainer's name. First initial P, last name starts with an S.
Okay.
You want to try that? Go for it.
I would be discussing Monmouth right now, but I'm trying to get some information at Saratoga because I'm looking right now. I'm looking at the feed. Someone said they're off the turf. I'm looking at the feed. It doesn't say that on the feed. Right now it says fast and firm. I'm going to trust that whoever, Katie said it's off the turf. I'm going to trust her, but they haven't switched it on the feed. And as I'm talking here, we talked about this morning, Chris, and I talked about it, that there was a small chance of thunderstorms. It was scattered and it could go through Saratoga. I was hoping it didn't. I'm looking at the I'm sorry, I'm stumbling here. I'm looking, the radar. They got looks like they got a pretty heavy rainstorm that looks like it did go through Saratoga, or it's going through right now. And it's a really heavy storm. It's going to pass by really quickly. This is what's really annoying. I mean, a few miles here, a few miles there, and they
Here's
wouldn't
a
have
late
gotten.
scratch, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, Face Abario has been scratched. If you have Face Abario and Win Play Show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta wagers.
You heard that? You can hear that, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Howard,
pick threes.
Interestingly,
First leg of your wagers in the doubles and pick threes consolation payouts.
I'm listening.
Also, folks, with the Jersey Shore 6 late pick 5, if you had number 1 Face Abario on your ticket, how that works, you get the favorite at the start.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. I'll turn the sound off. Go ahead.
What I was going to tell you is in the second race today at Saratoga, the number 3 ran out of the 4 post, and the number 4 ran out of the 3 post. And the stewards, they didn't make any changes, but if either one of those horses would have interfered with anybody, they both would have run for purse money only after the race had started.
Wait, in the second race today?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
Let me just try and pull the greening tweet up. But the 3, I believe, was Sonia Henney.
Yes.
Ran out of the 3 post, and the 4, I don't recall the name.
Fast Market.
Ran out of the 4 post. They ran out of opposite posts. So really? The 3 ran out of the 4. The 4 ran out of the 3. Neither one of them factored into the race, but had they both could have been scratched post race and ran for purse money only.
Well, okay. First of all, how the F does that possibly happen? Number 1.
Well, Howard,
number 2.
I will tell you, like about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, Justin Sampson and I had a 20-to-1 shot singled in the low cell evening races, pick 4. We singled that horse. The horse won. The race was supposed to go off at 350 yards, but it went off at 330, and they made it an all race after the race. We were pissed.
I know there's mistakes made. That mistake today is one that I'm not sure I've heard of much. Number 1. Number 2, the 4 finished second. Well, let's go ahead and show the Monmouth race here, Chris.
Yeah.
Good luck to one at Monmouth.
Waiting for Diamond Heist. We're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
They're off. A little bit of a slow start for Lloyd. Diamond Heist on the far outside. Takes it to him early. Strides in front. Elusive D'Oro tracking right behind in second. Magical Warrior third, just in spite of it. Drops to the back with Lloyd as they head down the barn side. Diamond Heist goes off as the even money favorite. He's clear on the lead. Gets towards the rail and hits the half-mile pole. 1.5 lengths in front of his stablemate Lloyd, who's second going into the 4-turn run. Elusive D'Oro in a pocket third inside of Magical Warrior, and just in spite of it, who's deep on the course, attempting to produce a bit on the outside of rivals. There he goes into third while Sent Hard approaching the quarter pole. Diamond Heist neck in front of the stablemate Lloyd. These two who are off the turn together, and they've opened up 2 lengths on the other 3 who are all under hard rides. At the top of the stretch they come. Lloyd on the outside going to the lead now, pushes by Diamond Heist, who's back in second on the inside. Lloyd's in front with about a 16th to
Okay,
go.
Chris, I'm just going to leave the show and I'll let.
Now it's 2,
just
and it's Lloyd and
what?
Joey over. Down the Cinefias exacta, and then Magical Warrior, who was third, Elusive Doro fourth, just in spite of it fifth.
I mean, this horse didn't even break. I mean, Chris, you remember when I came on another show that you were on, like, and I just sort of willy-nilly just started, I didn't even really pre-handicap, and I had like 3 or 4 winners in a row, and I did like, what is going on? Chris, this is, I mean, I know you're an excellent handicapper, but even you got in it, this is a little silly right now. Congrats, man. Wow.
I'm praying for a power outage at this point in time. Where
jeez. Well, if you have a power outage, I don't think people are going to be. I think people are going to leave the show. I mean, wow. Lloyd didn't break, comes over the top of Diamond Heist and wins like a sure thing at 3-1. Again, I want to be. I want to be careful, and I also don't want to be disrespectful to Katie and another viewer who apparently said they're off the turf. I don't see any indication of that right now. If anyone's got information, like you're 100% sure, let me know. I'm looking at, they definitely got a storm. There's no doubt about it. It's passing through quickly. Right now, I'm seeing sloppy and good. On the simulcast feed, and again, they're in a commercial break here, Chris. I don't see anything that says they are off the turf. So
I don't see anything either, but it wouldn't surprise me for them. They got 19 minutes to go. They're saying sloppy and good. Let me just go pull Saratoga up here real quick.
All right, there's no off the turf announcement. This is why, I got to be careful with what's said in the chat. I'll tell you why it's possible that they're going to stay on the turf, Chris. A few reasons. Look, I'm not watching the feed. Even if they got thunderstorm, that turf has been rock hard. 3 of the 5 races on the late pick 5, Chris, are on the turf, and they already pre-scratched a bunch of MTOs. I mean, if they go off the turf here, they shouldn't have done that, by the way. But if they go off the turf, we're looking. Sorry, let me turn off the sound here. If they go off the turf, those 3 turf races could be fields of like 3 and 4, and like they don't want that. Now they're not going to run if it's unsafe, obviously. So keep me informed.
I don't think it's unsafe, Howard. I think
Brad Taylor, everyone is saying good. So I think Katie and someone else was just mistaken or assumed it was going to be off. It looks like they're still on, Chris.
I think that it's Sunday, right? They have a few days to recover.
Yeah, that too.
So it's not like you have like tomorrow is like a big turf day, right? Where you don't want to chew up the course. So, and I think what are we at here? If we look at the late pick 5 here, we've got the 6 is on the outer, the 7 is on the inner, and then the 9 is on the outer. And they're not sprinting on the outer either in either one of those, right? Where sprinting usually chews up the outer turf course a bit more than the inner. So,
well, the last race is a sprint, but it's the last race. So
last race is a sprint. It is the last race for sure.
But I'm just saying it's the last race, which I'm just trying to suggest that they're not going to. It won't hurt anything for several days. So, all right, it looks like they're on the turf. I'm going to assume they're going to stay on the turf. It is sloppy though, so keep that in mind. Thank goodness they're on the turf. Chris, I've got everything on the side here now ready to go. People can't see behind the scenes, but I can. We got 14 minutes to Woodbine. Oh boy, 16 to Saratoga. Please don't run on top of each other, folks. So we'll be going to Woodbine first, and this is a big race because we have a horse that a bunch of us have a small piece of, and we're very excited about that. Again, in the chat, if you hear anything about off the turf, let me know. Dan, I totally agree. Dan at the bottom. Why do they pre-scratch MTOs? I don't know. It doesn't rain every day, okay? But the weather clearly, yesterday, I'm a weather guy. Take it or leave it, folks. I don't just like listen to the news. I look at the radars. I know about weather to some extent. There was a chance of this yesterday. They said there's a chance of rain this afternoon. last night before I went to bed, I sort of looked at it. This morning I looked at it. It was pretty clear. In fact, I said on the show this morning that there's a good chance of a possibility of rain, right before the pick 5. You can go watch. That's one of the few things I've been right about today so far, Chris. And sure enough, that's what happened. So I don't know, Dan. It's a good point. But anyway, I'm assuming that rain. There's no rain behind it, by the way. So I think they'll be on the turf. All right, let's stop talking about the weather. Let's go to Woodbine.
No, let's talk about the weather. We got a full-time math teacher. Full-time math teacher and an amateur weather guy. That totally makes sense.
Oh, I'm more than amateur. I'm giving myself a little pat on the back on that, but I get what you're saying. I'm just kidding. All right, let's go to the Canal Cup, shall we? Big race because number 2, there he is, Shards. Shards is, I could say co-owned, but I'm a little. When you have a micro share, I'm not comfortable in saying that. But myself, Pete, Paul, Kyle, who else? I think that's it on the show. I'm trying to think. We have a micro shares of Shards. He was in the Breeders' Cup, of course. Some people may remember in 23. I mean, I can't believe to say that I had a small piece of a horse in the Breeders' Cup. Pretty cool. Shards is stretching out to 7. Kelsey has said that, maybe he wants to go a little bit longer. In fact, he was pre-entered, Chris. He was entered in a mile 16th race a few weeks ago that got scratched off. So I'm not going to doubt Kelsey here. These really good, like my boy Prince No Balls, who ran a hole in the wind last time, they just get away from him a little bit at this point. It's not that he's really slowing down. I mean, look at the PPs, Chris. He's a nice horse. I think 7's going to be great. So if he hits the board here in a grade 2, I will be absolutely ecstatic here. He's facing one of the best horses he's faced other than No Balls in Kehoe Beach, who I know you want to see win, Chris, because I believe you have this horse singled and everything. Is that right?
I have it singled and I have the double.
Yeah. I mean, this horse is clearly the horse to beat. 4-5, lost to Schwazia. Dynamic pricing. How do you feel about the cutback here? Obviously, you feel good about it, but any concern at all?
No, not really. I like the cutback. I just like the numbers in this horse. I think it's got, it towers over the field in terms of, the chances to win. Ward kind of specializes in this stuff. He brings Velasquez in to ride, where he could have brought, Espinosa in. And who is running at Saratoga that he coaxed out of a vacation to come here. I just think this horse is very live and should perform well here.
Yeah, I have no reason to doubt it. This was certainly my top pick. She can lose, excuse me, but she's facing the boys, but not a major concern. I think the biggest concern would be Northern Invader for Cherie and Ramon. Nice horse for sure. He's also turning back, gets the rail, should be sitting, not too far off of Kehoe Beach, 5-2 right now. Let's just go scroll through the field. You see Shards there. Sky's Not Falling actually has some back numbers, but doesn't appear to nearly be the same off that layoff and is now 7. Lucky Score should be coming from behind for Cassie. Piper's Factor could be a thorn in your side if they really send crazy with Patrick Husbands. I have a hard time believing they're going to do that though, Chris, but I suppose Piper's Factor could bother Kehoe Beach. Twin Cities looks overmatched. Cruden Bay also coming off a layoff, 7-year-old, definitely has some nice back numbers for sure. So, but again, off the layoff, so we'll see. And then Crumlin Lad is 65-1. I'm a Gambler, who I liked a little bit last time, lost to Simcoe and sort of a crazy small. That was the race, by the way, that Patches O'Houlihan, God rest his soul, was actually scratched out of that race. But anyway, I'm a Gambler, just barely lost. Anyway, that's the field. Looks like we have Mr. Roscoe already. So let me bring on Kyle Roscoe right now. Fresh. There he is. What's up, Kyle? Fresh from Monmouth Park. How you doing, my friend?
Fresh and still on Eastern time, Howard, is the correct answer to that. So that's my apologies to everyone out there. I was just going to join. I logged on to StreamYard. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll log on, get everything set up. It's live already? Okay. So that is my fault. I apologize to everyone out there. I saw you guys were talking about Shards, who obviously runs here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, you missed the first 2 winners of the show, Kyle.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
Chris, it's downhill from here because I'm here now. So
I mean, Chris has just been completely ridiculous already
I
to
know.
start. Kyle, what are your feelings here on Shards in this race? If we can look at it objectively, facing a really nice horse in Keo Beach and also Northern Invader. I'll tell you how I feel. If he gets a placing, I'll be ecstatic. This is a tough spot. I like the 7 furlongs, but if he gets third, I'd personally be very happy. But your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you hit it on the head. It came up a lot tougher than what we thought was going to happen for Woodbine, especially with Saratoga going on. However, I do like the move. I agree with you, Howard. Talking with Tony and especially Kelsey over the last, couple weeks here, he's taken, as he's gotten older now into his 4-year-old year, he's taken a little bit more to get going early in these races. And when he runs, 5.5 furlongs, sometimes that just doesn't cut it. So they entered him into a race at Indy at 1 16th as a experiment as well. And then this race popped up at Woodbine, and they thought they were going to get, a decently easier field at Woodbine. Obviously, that's not the case. And get him back, basically still sprinting as opposed to, the route distance. So we'll see how he runs. Obviously, he has numbers that have fit, but obviously it's that one, the Turfway, and then he ran a 92 in the elusive quality at Aqueduct, and that's still not going to cut it. So he's going to have to bring his best.
For sure. I'm going to turn your mic down because it's a little bit there. Unless you want to turn it down. It's pretty loud there, Kyle. If you could turn it down. Yeah, in theory, he should sit a good trip, right? And then 1's going to go a little bit. The 4 is definitely going. I'd like to see Vives just sort of stay ground on the inside and tip out and see what he's got. He has never been on this turf course. It's a long stretch, Kyle. Mm-hmm. I would assume that's going to be good for him. There are a lot of things that I like about him in this spot, other than, frankly, Keo Beach.
Other than he has to improve a lot to beat these other two. So I agree with you completely. Like I said, I like the move and everything else like that. Just a matter of we'll see what he's got. But obviously, we've thought he's he's very talented for a long time, and this will be hopefully a coming out party for him again.
Chris, Carolina Moon wants to know your pick, so he or she can, bet the house on it. You're chalking out here with the number 4.
Yeah. I'm not playing any other. I have a double into the 4. I have the pick 5 into the 4. I'm sticking with the 4. That's my story. But we do have the Jim Dandy field ready to roll. We got 5 horses. Baeza, Sandman, Moplex, Hill Road, and Sovereignty in terms of post positions 1 through 5.
What was the first horse? I only heard 4 that you just said.
Baeza, Sandman, Moplex, Hill Road, and Sovereignty.
I'll tell you what. I mean, for the Jim Dandy, that's a pretty damn good field. I know it's only 5, but that's interesting. Sovereignty's going to be what, 3 to 5 guys?
Lower than that.
Lower, yeah. I think it'll be lower.
Any chance?
And journalism is staying at home at Del Mar, per Mike Willman on all of the channels from SoCal targeting the Pacific Classic.
The PC, yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, why not get run off the track there and whatnot? So just a little bit of info there. We got 4 minutes, Howard, to Woodbine. Yep. And then right on the heels of that, 2 minutes later, we've got race 6 at Saratoga, start of the pick 5.
Yes, and they are on the turf at Saratoga. I still haven't seen the. I'm not looking at the simulcast feed right now, but I do know they are on the turf. So
yeah, I'm monitoring the tweets, Howard. If I see anything, I will let you know, but nothing so far.
Okay. Your thought, just quick snapshot thought on the Jim Dandy, Kyle or Chris. Baeza from the 1 hole is interesting. Apparently he's training well. Chris, you're not a fan. Okay, there you go.
Simple.
Why shaking the head?
Man. These are 2-turn races at Saratoga. How many times have you seen, horses, come from behind of quality on 2-turn races at Saratoga and win? Like, name me one.
Sovereignty in the Belmont.
Not at Saratoga. Well, I mean, it wasn't Saratoga.
It wasn't Saratoga. What are you talking about?
You get what I'm talking about. This time of year is a little bit different than back in June, where you don't have the moisture, you don't have everything else. So the Sovereignty towers over this field. Baeza, is probably a likely second or third horse, but for me, it's just a completely unbettable race. I'm not monkeying around with that.
I'll tell you what we're going to find out in that race, Kyle. I was against Moplex in Ohio and stuffed me in the locker. We're going to find out how good he is in that race, because
that's what I was going to say.
That is a pretty loaded 5-horse field, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's obviously huge for the pace scenario point of view for Moplex as well, considering he's the horse that's going to take that race, by the horns and basically give it a come catch me type beat. Well, if you're taking Sovereignty to come catch him, I think that's a pretty good bet there. However, they said that's a pretty good spot for him maybe to catch a good piece at early thought.
And while we're waiting, we got 2 minutes of Woodbine. I will show the video here in just a second. Your thoughts yesterday, Kyle, if you didn't watch the show on the Haskell, very, very quickly.
Well, Howard, I'm completely against your point of view. I will say that to start off, because he granted probably not as good as redistricting, although redistricting got about as dream of a trip as you can get. Obviously, it's Flavian Pratt. He's going to give you that every time. He won. He was closing up. Vote No was closing up ground at the last eighth of a mile. Just ended up losing out to Diminishing Major Dude. Was closing with Grand Sonata. Got a 98 buyer for his troubles.
I was talking
there.
about the Haskell, but that's okay.
Oh, the Haskell. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Vote No.
No, I said the Haskell. That's okay. Go ahead.
Well, the Haskell was fantastic. There was 50,000 people at Monmouth Park yesterday. It was people. Once journalism started coming up the outside, everyone started to build and roar for him to come home. Obviously, like I said yesterday on the show, I was with you on the goal-oriented exacta, so obviously that didn't help us out. But no, it was a fantastic time to be there, and it was an awesome race. And obviously sad that we're not going to see him and Sovereignty battle it out in the Travers, right, as we just learned. But still a fantastic day at the track.
I mean, you could talk about Vote No.
The crazy thing at Monmouth, there was only 2 million built bet on track.
Yeah,
which is about $5-6 per person.
Correct. Yep.
And they had the third highest handle, so obviously the simulcast players sent it in. But crazy how they got that many people without that many wagers. As we get into the gate here at Woodbine, Howard, I'm going to give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right.
By
Good luck to Shard, all the connections of Shards, myself, Kyle. Hopefully you can get a placing. He gets a little pat. Bishiza not riding Kyle Shards. And any thoughts there?
I played the no comment. I played the fifth. I'm not getting thrown in the locker for that.
All right.
Beach.
I did enjoy Camacho's company yesterday. He's a fantastic guy.
Kehoe Beach moves up. Marcassi trained lucky score. Man.
I just want a clean trip. Let's just see what he can do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Get him in the clear at some point. I don't want him coming up the inside, Kyle. Get him in the clear.
I would love to see him come on late, considering that obviously this is a little bit of an extra distance for him. So if he can show that he can come on late and still have the stamina over the 7, that leaves our options open as well there. So
the turf it says good, Kyle. I think it's definitely good. We'll see how he acts on that. I have no reason to believe he won't be okay on it.
No,
we'll see.
The turf at Keeneland is always good.
Yeah.
Some upsets before. Crumlin Land goes in.
Oh my gosh, I didn't make my bets for him. Oh my god.
Stand by for a start. I'm a gambler. Just waiting.
That would have been bad.
As Crumlin Land has settled.
So I got the horn ready.
And they're all in.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna take a lap if he wins. I'm gonna run.
Off their race, a good start. Away well was I'm a Gambler, showing early speed. Crumlin
Beautiful.
Lad, Piper's Factor, and darting through is Kehoe Beach on the inside to go to the front.
We'll get
Back
him, Northern
by
Invader.
Northern Invader, just behind the main flight, Twin City.
Really?
And over on
That's
the
about where I
inside
thought he'd
towards
be,
the back, it is
Kyle.
Shards, and in
So
the center,
I'm okay
Sky's
with
Not
that
Falling.
right
Cruden
now.
Bay is second last early. The trailer is Lucky Score. Kehoe Beach in front.
He's
Shows
asking
the way
to
by a
hold his
length to
position. I
Crumlin
don't
Lad.
love that,
Tucking
but
in is Northern
okay.
Invader, the inside of I'm a Gambler as they go into the turn. A break of 2 to Piper's Factor. Around the outside, deep on the track is Twin City, the rail Shards, and Sky's Not Falling, splitting them. Cruden Bay is still 2 behind, is about 8 off the lead, and 3 lengths away last is Lucky Score. Out in front, Kehoe Bay out, Beach in front, travelling well. Kehoe Beach by a half a length coming as I'm a Gambler to challenge, but Kehoe Beach and John Velasquez
Okay,
haven't
a
raised a
perfect
sweat
trip, Kyle.
yet.
We'll see what
Northern
he's got
Invader
here.
coming up on the inside as they corner, and it is Kehoe Beach
like
in
the way
front.
he's running.
Northern Invader angling up the inside on the outer I'm a Gambler as they start to sprint, and then came Piper's Factor, but it is Kehoe Beach in front. Coming through in the center, Northern Invader trying to wedge between runners for the run. Didn't quite get through yet, and down the outside, Cruden Bay is flying home and could be a chance to get another one
boy.
here. Cruden Bay, oh, what an
He hates
explosive
the
finish as
fucking
Cruden
Wow.
Bay's gone to the lead from Northern Invader.
Ah.
And fresh off the layoff is the defending champion and wins. Cruden Bay, a
Alex
magnificent
will not run on any give on the turf.
Piper's
He's just
Factor.
not
Kehoe
fucking.
Beach traded with Lucky
Yikes,
Score
Kyle.
outrider, and the time is 1:21.98.
8-1 off a 9-2 morning line.
That was a complete disaster, short of him falling down. Wow. Okay. I guess Cruden Bay was right off the layoff, Chris. Wow, that was impressive. Sub 122 on that track, because it's definitely has some give in it today. Kehoe Beach, really disappointing. I thought Northern Invader, when he split, was going to win. They were both bad. Shards was absolutely awful, Kyle. I'm curious to hope he's okay. Number one. Number two, I'm guessing he just didn't take to the turf. I don't.
That horse absolutely hates running on softer turf. Absolutely hates it. You said he was riding the whole time to keep position. Obviously, he didn't run very well at all, but that horse hates giving the ground. So I don't know.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
They're not kicking up clods. I don't know. That was way too bad to be true, Kyle. So I hope you're right. Then again, if it's really that bad, wouldn't Kelsey have scratched? I mean,
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know. He never picked up his feet. He was absolutely awful. Sorry to you, Chris. Look, I don't blame you for singling that horse. How much time do we have at Saratoga? You don't want to miss that. Guys.
It's about to go into the gate right now.
Oh, all right. Let me switch to Saratoga here if I can get it up very quickly. Saratoga Pick 5 is about to start. We're going to get the audio up on screen here in just a second if I can get to it, which I should be able to. Oh, sorry, having trouble scrolling here. Jeez, Louise. All right, here we go. We can only show the sound. Looks like I got perfect timing here. Maybe. Let's see.
Should be right at it.
We should be okay. Well, I can't show.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I won't be showing this, but I got to turn it off. Everyone can hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Saratoga starting. Race 6 starts the late pick 5, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Clean start. And several vying for command. On the extreme outside, Alan Turing is now sprinting up. Out of Waterbury is up close in the opening furlong. And Mo Trump is the leader. And so Mo Trump takes
bonus points if you know who Alan Turing is.
Alan Turing in second. Out of Waterbury tucks in third. They are followed by
the 4 was my pick.
I think I should just stay quiet.
The show was my the 4 was my pick on the show for the record. Out of Waterbury at a little bit of a price.
Onto the back
I'll be quiet
stretch.
now.
The opening quarter went in 23 4/5 seconds. Mo Trump 4-length lead. Alan Turing is in second. Still another 3 to out of Waterbury third, followed by Coach Case. Criollo at the rail. The favorite, Mr. Tonic, is 8 lengths off them. And Charles J. Right.
Nobody knows in the chat who Alan Turing is.
For Mo Trump into the far turn.
I know because I've Googled it.
Alan Turing trying to get into that margin now.
Was a movie.
Waterbury.
The one
Guys,
thing
let the audio run, guys, please. Thanks.
Criollo is in 5th. Mr. Tonic, 7 lengths off the pace. Red blinkers along the inside. and 2 more to Charles J. 48-3 for the half, 113-3 for 6 furlongs. Mo Trump, Alan Turing, out of Waterbury on the outside of them at the top of the lane. And just behind them, Coach Case finds room on the inside as Mr. Tonic arrives on the scene, along with Charles J., who's finishing well, too. They're in the final furlong. Mo Trump just keeps on going, has a 3-length lead. Into second is Mr. Tonic, but Mo Trump wins it in front-running fashion.
Merry-go-round.
They finished third, out of Waterbury fourth.
Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Guess that horse loves turf.
The source was a complete bomb. Obviously, he was best speed. I don't think he's even been on turf before, if I recall.
Nope. That is correct.
Goes off at 24-1 for connections coming from Finger Lakes. Wow. 24-1, longest shot on the board. No one else really ran. I mean, the 2 came on, the 7 came on, not nearly good enough. The 5 was absolutely awful. I don't really think, I'm not going to say that the turf had anything to do with it. Wow. Well, anyone who likes bombs, good luck. Or I guess if you're a Trump fan, for sure. Good luck to all you Trump fans, or congrats to all you Trump fans out there. Wow. 24-1. This horse, I'll show the PPs. Things have not gone well for me in the last 10 minutes I've run. Okay, that's the way it goes sometimes. I'm going to bring up the PPs. I'm sorry we didn't have a chance to do that. These races are running on top of each other, of course. Here's Mo Trump. I mean, it has some numbers, but those are dirt numbers. Was there breeding on the? I mean, okay, turf breeding on the dam side. All right. I mean, that was the only sib. I'm a bit speechless. I don't know.
Turn the page.
When a horse gets loose, I guess that's what happens, guys. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say. It's one of those, Howard.
There you go.
You go back and look. That doesn't make sense, and you turn the page and move on. Unfortunately, but
okay.
They are going up to the gate here soon at Monmouth because again, every track loves to run on top of each other.
Yep, they do. And this is by design because Naira has the Monmouth feed, and they like to do back-to-back.
Oh yeah, of course. Saw it yesterday.
Well, we can get Monmouth up here in just a moment. If everyone gives me a second, we'll do that.
This race was actually really interesting on Monmouth.
They are, well, we can show this video, so I shall do that. Let me go full screen here. What do we got here, guys? Any thoughts in Monmouth race 8?
I'm on the 1.
You're on the 1. Okay.
Terry Pompey. I like that's a name I haven't seen in a while.
Let me go ahead and show a quick. Should we speed handicap here, Kyle? It's how quick. I mean, can't be any worse than our normal handicapping right now today. I mean, let's see here. I'm going to try to get to Monmouth here. Or yeah.
I made the
race.
mistake.
This race 8.
Yeah.
Race 8. No, it can't be race 8.
This is race 8.
Oh, I'm looking at Delmar. I'm sorry.
Delmar,
okay.
40 minutes.
Actually, I actually don't have the
for race 8.
Mon PPs queued up. So
I like the one, Chris, too.
Let's just go ahead and show the race.
It's 4:20 Eastern.
Yeah. 4:21. Ah, shit. We lost. Should set a nice pocket trip, Chris. I do like that because you got the 2 and the 5. The 2 is also one of those. The 2 just ran, obviously, last time. Paco hops back aboard. People are just betting this because of how well he ran off the debut, but he's coming off 2 weeks. So I do like the 1. We'll see if you're right.
The 1 is generous, not Buddy.
Spirit in the Night, Jungle
That's
Glow.
an airplane reference for those of you. That
I got that one. I got that one.
There you go. And you're young. Howard missed it. But he's busy. He's got
trying to host a show here, Chris. Sorry.
We're ready to go. And Laroff. Jungle Glow bounced out of the gate and goes to the lead. Fade the Noise has speed. Jetaros from the inside firing forward. Jetaros grabs the lead from Jungle Glow and Fade the Noise. Amouti Bay right behind them in fourth on the rail. Gets a tap on the shoulder. Now 2 off the pace. Gap of 4. Appealing Lad. That's Beard in the Night in a strung out group. What's Up, Mr. Z next, a half length in front of Shaken Loose. 3 more to 2-step and Kluki. And that leaves Bar Down Express to trail as they go into the far turn. Jetaros, Fade the Noise. They're side by side rounding the far turn. Jungle Glow is giving way to fourth while losing position. Amouti Bay sent hard in third after stalking the pace today. A length and a half off the top pair who are together as they swing off.
Go away, 6.
Jetaros, Fade the Noise down the lane. They're side by side here. Amouti Bay trying to pick them up third on the grandstand side. Furlong to go. Jetaros, Fade the Noise, both starting to struggle now. Peeling Lad up the inside. Amouti Bay on the outside is surging quickly. Amouti Bay grabs the lead with Peeling Lad. Amouti Bay and a Peeling Lad hit the wire together. It's a photo finish with Spirit in the Night third. Jetaros faded to fourth. That was tight.
I'm calling the 3 on the inside. Anyone want to make a prediction there?
I think it was the 3 on the inside.
Yeah, I just want to thank the 6 for ruining my race. Just go away.
I'll tell you, when that gap opens up, I mean, you see this all the time. They can really shoot through there. This is ultra tight. I think the 3 got the bob, but I have no skin in the game. I hope the 2-1 for you, Chris. But I don't. Ooh, boy, that is
actually, it's actually a lot closer.
Is there a chance the 2 had the lead right before the wire and maybe into the wire? The 3 definitely got the late.
Hard, but I had the 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 1. Okay, sorry, Chris. The 3 got the late bob. Who won,
I don't know.
2 or 3? Call it. Patrick,
that was a lot.
You got to put it in the chat in the next 20 seconds, people. No cheating. Well, this will tell for sure.
No, it didn't tell. So.
Well, you can't tell there. I'm still going to say inside.
I'm going to call the 2 for our good buddy Marshall Graham. Ah, shit. Close.
Oh, the 2 was
10 strike.
Marshall source, 10 strike. Okay, nope.
Number 3, Peeling Lad.
Peeling Lad, not Peeling Lad. Matt Dimron got caught up there on that one. Okay, well, this has been a strange last few minutes, guys. Kyle, I doubt we're going to hear from him, and I don't want to mention anything on the show, but in case you happen to get in touch with Tony during the show, let us know what they say. Again, we're hoping the Shards is okay, but that effort was they just pulled him up. I mean, so I'm assuming the turf was he just didn't handle the turf. But
I have I don't know if Tony wants me to read it, but I'll read it. I don't care. I have no idea. Maybe bled, didn't run a step. No idea. So that's exactly what I got back. So it's too bad to be true is what kind of. Is what
I get it. I mean, not happy. Obviously, it's
no.
To say the word embarrassing, I think is a little silly. But I mean, you don't ship across to a different country for a grade 2 to finish last, especially when it looked like he had an outside shot to be in the money there. So again, let's hope he's okay. There was no Lasix in that race, obviously.
There was. No, there was. I thought there wasn't either because it was a grade 2. So,
okay. As far as I know, he hasn't had a bleeding problem either, as far as I know. So,
not to my knowledge.
All right, we've got 19 minutes to Woodbine and 19 minutes to Saratoga. Come on, guys.
We got a pretty good stretch here, Howard. With
lot
of nothing. What do you want? We got a pretty good stretch here with a lot of nothing. What do you want to do?
We do. Great question. Kyle, let's go to Kyle here. Kyle, I've never been to Monmouth. You have never been to Monmouth, correct? First time?
First time, yep.
Give us your impressions of Ocean Port, New Jersey, and Monmouth Park.
I will tell you what, Howard, extremely pleasantly surprised. I didn't, because Monmouth's one of those tracks. It's it's an older track. It's on the bay. But I think they did that, the classic old horse racing look, and they melded the new, modern glitz and glam actually really well. It's a wide open, apron out towards the track. You're almost right there next to the horses. The winner's circle is kind of like Gulfstream Park for those that have been there. It's very quaint, very small, and you can almost walk up right next to it. Same thing with the paddock. The paddock, so Arlington-esque, Howard. It really is.
Really?
It's trees everywhere, and you're right up on the rail with those horses, walking around. you have this you have a saddling paddock as well, and then they come back around. And as you saw yesterday on the live video when I was doing it on the show, they walk literally right next to you. So very pleasantly surprised. And they put us up in a room. We were in, a banquet style room with a bunch of other owners and stuff like that, which made it really cool. Staff was extremely friendly. So yeah, at the end of the day, I very pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, I hear it's a nice place. Like you said, it's very old school, very family friendly, from what I understand. A lot of families, kids there, etc. You said there were 50,000 people there.
We walked, wow. We were at the press conference. It could have been 41 or 49,000, to be completely honest with you. The mic wasn't the best, but either way, there was an absolute ton of people there. And my favorite thing, I have it on video too, was after journalism won, there was a ton of people in the crowd, and they were, they had their drinks and whatever. They were doing the throw the cups up, and the water was spraying everywhere. It was a pretty cool sight to see.
Wow. Yeah, very cool. I want to go there at some point. Let's go into the chat while we got the time, and then we will talk about, obviously, coming up, Woodbine and Saratoga. But Dan H., thank you guys for hosting a Sunday show. Absolutely, Dan. Thanks for joining. The cross-country pick 5 was Monmouth Toga yesterday, and Woodbine has 3 legs today with Toga. It's a fun wager. It's a fun wager until you lose the first leg, because I did not have Cruden Bay. I play with my good friend Patrick. We didn't play a big ticket, but never fun to lose in the first leg there. But yeah, I like the cross-country pick 5, although it shouldn't be called the cross-country pick 5 because it's not cross-country. It's
what
not,
Patrick and I joked about yesterday. Was the cross-country from Monmouth to Saratoga, across the bay pick 5, basically.
Terry at the bottom of the screen there, Kyle.
Thank you very much, Sid. And I didn't want to. I obviously didn't say it, but top of the Cherie DeVoe fan club for those that follow betting and boozing, and obviously she had a table there. She was extremely nice. I came over, just want to make sure obviously it wasn't interrupting anything or anything. But no, she was very gracious. Took the interview really well, and yeah, just everything that could have gone right did, except winning the United Nations. So. Very happy with that. Patrick had a great day betting. Myself, not the best day betting, but we did after dinner ride home, and a little plug, I guess, for my man Noah with the Delmar Power Picks, who had an awesome day yesterday with them. We were in the hour ride home from Monmouth back to Pat and Meg and his girlfriend Meg's place. We were just betting the Delmar Power Picks and hit back-to-back races, so we were having a blast.
Speaking of which, Kyle, top right-hand corner, right above your left shoulder there on the screen, is a green QR code. Do you know where that takes, Pete? Nope, you messed it up. It's always the other way. Nope.
It's right on my screen, so I don't know.
Well, when you look at the main screen, it's not. That's okay.
It's backwards.
Yeah. But anyway, Delmar Power Picks on the QR code there on the top right. Go and check that out. They are still available. First week of Delmar is ending today, and week 2 starts next week, but you can still purchase our Power Pick tip sheet, which are Friday, Saturday, and Sundays during the whole meet. So very exciting there. Check out that QR code. I'll leave it up for another minute or so.
And for those that didn't have it, and for those that had it yesterday, they've already paid for themselves. So if you don't have them, you're missing out.
Absolutely. No, Kyle, Noah had some nice scores on the Delmar Power Picks. We've got about 14 minutes to post. Let me go ahead and take that QR code off. Let me bring on Mr. Walsh once again. There we go. Let's go. Chris, I'm going to give you the option. You want to talk Saratoga or Woodbine first? Just
Woodbine.
Discuss. Woodbine. All right. Let's discuss the bine of the wood, as a good friend of ours might say, which makes no sense whatsoever. Right. But then again, neither does he usually. So we know who we're talking about.
Yeah, we do know who we're talking about.
Oh, we know. All right, let's bring up the PPs here. This is a big day in Canada for racing. This is the plate trial. And people are like, what's the plate? The King's Plate. This is basically their Kentucky Derby. And this is their this is their main prep for their version of the it's not called the Canadian Derby. It's called the Queen's Plate. These are very nice Canadian bred 3-year-olds. And I don't know how you guys felt. I deep dove into these races, Chris. I'm sure you did also, because we both played horizontally, although I think I'm going to play vertically now that I lost the first 2 legs. By the way, Chris, this pick 5, ooh, it's going to pay a ton. We only threw 2 races right now, so when you got a 6-1 and an 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, let me go ahead and show the. I'll just show the PPs here. I'm going to quickly go through every horse, just so people can see it, Chris. And I'd like to hear your opinions. And Kyle, if you handicapped, of course, we'd love to hear your opinions as well. They're going 1 mile and 1/8. It's a nice purse, 150,000. I think it's important to keep in mind, everyone, this is a prep. These horses are not cranked 100%. They will be cranked 100% a month from now for the King's Plate, which I believe is $1 million Canadian. I believe
has been, yes.
So obviously that is the race that they're really pointing to. They call me Sue at 17-1. Scorching. Okay, this price is ridiculous. I'm going to just say right now.
Yep.
6-5 on Scorching. This is not even my top pick, but 6-5. Johnny V in town, by the way. Unbridled Weather 17-1. You have Sedbury's Ghost at 8-1. Regal Guess's Scratch. Autobahn Ace 40-1. Watsonville Red 34-1. There's some big prices here. DeWolf was awful in his last start, but he's been very good before that. 6-7 Lifetime in the money. 9-2 for Paul Moran. 40 and 5. 37-1. The 10, this is my top choice here. Notorious Gangster at 5-2. Chris, your thoughts on the plate trial at Woodbine?
I'm going to go with the Duran horse, Notorious Gangster.
Why?
5-2.
Explica, por favor.
I just like the fact that I think the breeding suggested this horse is better than most. I like the last out effort coming from off the pace. I don't think the stretch out to 9 furlongs is going to be a problem. Has won at 9 furlongs on this very turf course, on this very synthetic course back in November, at the end of November last year. 3rd off the layoff for Joseph Carroll. And we get a decent, capable rider here in, what is this guy's name? Fraser Apley. So I'm going with the 10.
Pay attention to the 1 and 4. There's a lot of horses coming out of common races. The 1 is DeWolf. The 4 is Notorious Gambler. I'll go ahead and take it through. I didn't think DeWolf had zero excuses. Now, the 1 was coming off a layoff, so just keep that in mind. But the 1 just had a perfect trip. The Notorious Gangster, I said Gambler. Sorry, Gangster is on the inside. It was a relatively slow pace for the level, so you can see the jock is shoving on the 4, but he also got a really good trip. Comes in splits, and I like the way he finishes. Again, was this the 4's also first start of the layoff, guys? Can you double check that? I think it was. But anyway, Second. Okay. Finishing really well. Has a real nice stride. I don't think mile 8 is going to be a problem for him, although let me freeze this. The dam side doesn't necessarily say mile 8, but the male side does. Here's DeWolf, who again was just really bad, but DeWolf was very good last year, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see. I outside post, any concern to you at all, Chris, with the 10?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not worried about that.
All right. I mean, the horse won a mile and 1/8 as a 2-year-old, right? I mean, so there's no way that distance is an issue. I guess my only concern would be maybe getting a wider trip with Notorious Gangster. We'll see. Now, there is another race because there's a horse I really like here, Kyle, or at least interesting quite a bit that I will talk about. There's another race that we need to talk about, and it was the Marine Stakes right here, where Scorching is coming out of it. But Scorching and also Sudbury's Ghost is the 4. This is the one I am very, very, very interested in. I don't know if he's good enough, but you want to talk about a sneaky trouble trip. Let's watch this race. Scorching's the 3. Watch the 4, ladies and gentlemen, because I talk about being in between and claustrophobic all the time. First of all, I want to mention the 3 didn't break great. This is your favorite, Scorching. Took a little stumble. Looks like Crown's Way colors almost, but
Yeah.
Crown's Way is a little more green. This is more of a teal. But anyway, watch Sudbury's go, guys, and I'm going to just let the whole race run through. And I'm assuming you have not seen this replay. You see he was in tight there, and he's going to be in tight again. Kyle, just objectively, tell me your thoughts on the 4 as you watched it the first time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Noah put it in this. I'm with Jackson. He likes the 4, and I replied to him and said I do like that pick. This is I actually am in full agreement with both of you on 10, or at least on with the 10, but also the 4. I agree. He's in complete tight. This horse likes to sit middle pack, make his run, gets shuffled back to last. He still puts in a really good run in this race too, which is what we'll see. And this would be second off the layoff in this race. Now coming back,
yeah,
this would be third. But I mean, you could see Scorching sitting a nice easy trip, but Sudbury's Ghost sitting right to the inside of him. But again, as you mentioned, in between horses, he's gonna have to find some place to go, and does end up getting outside. However, like I said, sneaky trouble trip. I would agree with you, and that's why I like him in here at a price.
I mean, shuffled back a little bit again. He's just never comfortable. You know, he's asking to hold his position now. He's still in between. I mean, never really gets. You know, he's got this look now. The 6 is pressing down on him. You know, I mean, I don't know how talented he is. He looks like he wants to reach out, but this is just super duper uncomfortable, Chris, the whole way. And really, if Scorching is 6-5, who's the 3, and this 4 is like 4 times the price,
that doesn't.
It makes no sense to me. I mean, look where they finish. I got to tell you, Chris, to me, just watching that race alone, this 4 is as good as the 3. I'm not saying better, but as good. Now, how is that going to translate to today? I don't know. But when I see a lot of in between and uncomfortability, I get very excited the next time. Sudbury's Ghost is the play for me in this race. Thoughts, Chris, on that replay of this horse at all?
I agree with you, Howard. Which is, you know, I'm happy with sitting on the 10 here. I know it's a chalk 8-5, but you know, I just don't see Scorching there. I know there's some prices with the 4 and whatnot, but I'm going to stick with the 10. I've got a pick 3 here: 10, 4, 5, 9, 10 with the 1.
Yeah, I'm going in order. I'm going 10, 4, 2, 8. The fact that DeWolf, Kyle, is 9-2 after such a good 2-year-old season is not a good sign to me. Assuming you like you said you like the 4 also. Why don't we give some viewers and listeners at home, Kyle, how would you play this race if you like the 4?
So the way I'm going to exactly play it is that this, like you said, the price, you're getting at least 4 times the odds as of right now on the 4 versus the 2. I don't like the 2 that much at all. Granted, I know it's second off the layoff, but I'm going to try and play against him. And especially with 2 big chalks in here, I feel like you got to pick one of them. I'm going to play a win bet on the 4, Sudbury's Ghost, but I'm also going to play an exacta with the horse that I like above him in this race. I'm going to go win on bet on the 4 and an exacta 10-4.
Okay, I'm just looking at my my own notes here. I am going to, I think it's absolutely wide open in third. I don't have a strong opinion on other than the top few. So I'm putting a win bet on the 4. I'm going to play, I'm going to reverse tri-key the 4 in all my trifectas here. And I'm going to ladder it. So I'm going to play more with the 4 in second and third. And people might say, why are you doing that? Well, I already put a win bet on this horse. So I'm covering myself with a win bet. It's probably more likely that he finishes second or third than first, only because I'm not sure of his talent, but I'm definitely interested in him in all places. As we're speaking right now, I'm actually trying to put a try bet in. So excuse me. We also have Saratoga coming up. How much time do we got there, Kyle?
3 minutes.
Yep, 3 minutes.
Okay. Do you guys have any thoughts on? Let me take this off the screen. Any Saratoga thoughts? And then I guess we'll show Woodbine as the race. But any Saratoga thoughts, guys?
I'll tell you what, man. If there's not a chance, Chris, I can bet this one horse at 2-1. I mean, it's just the fact that this horse was running in, if you lose to the best horse at Monmouth that day in Otago, obviously you're in good company there. But the fact that this horse is winning optional hundreds at Tampa Bay, goes in the cliffhanger, loses by 33, and now he's in for 40. It seems extremely suspicious on the drop, and I think there's other places you can go in this race for value.
I am gonna do. I think that the 8 horse is gonna clear and get away, and on the inner turf, that's always good news. So it's Rosario, so I'm reduced to entertainment wager here. This is a $10 wager here just to see the 8 get up and go, and maybe he does that. But too many other variables here for me to have any kind of real serious opinion.
We talked on the Saratoga race on the show this morning. I'm 4-1-6. I will say though that if speed's holding better now because of the turf, I'd be against the 4. It's a wide open race. Pete Visco was completely against the 1. I didn't know what to do. I just don't like the drop. Something you just mentioned, Kyle. I don't like the drop here sort of suddenly. The 1 can win. I think almost anyone can win this race. It would almost be an all button. There were some, let's see, the 7 is out, who I would have used. I mean, anyone but the 9 can win the race at Saratoga. They're behind the gate, and it looks like everyone's watching the HHH Racing podcast because the 4 is now dropped to 6-1 right now. That doesn't change my opinion at all. I'm just hoping to get a better price. To me, the 10 is the horse to beat. We'll see what Scorching is going to be up close too. And that was a legitimate stumble, I would say, out of the gate. So maybe I'm being a little too harsh on Scorching, but it does look like there's a decent amount of speed in this race. So I've always found these prep races, though, Chris and Kyle, they don't really go after each other, right? They're all prepping for the big game. I'm not exactly sure how there's not a point system in Canada, but I'm not sure how they determine who gets into the King's Plate. I'm assuming it's earnings or grade stakes earnings. But let's turn on the sound and we'll see what we can do here.
He's Ghost
in the King's Plate trial. 150,000.
Motto Call Me Sue has gone up. Scorching and John Velasquez is next. Rafael Hernandez goes forward next with Unbridled Weather.
Sudbury's Ghost. We're due for a winner
and
here.
an 8th down
Let's go,
the wire.
I'm with it.
Circuit of the track.
Or just in the money we find.
Sudbury's Ghost moves to gate 4.
You said Noah likes this horse also, so he looked at Woodbine.
And Jackson.
Well, Jackson actually did a preview for it. There you go.
Up is Autobahn
all
Ace.
Right. For all the boys.
To the plate trail here. Has gone forward. Watsonville Red moves up.
I'd like to see Sudbury's Ghost tuck in
Red
and just get a clean trip. And we'll see what he's got.
Yep. Mid-pack.
Good luck to anyone at home who's also with us on Sudbury's Ghost.
On DeWolf.
8-1 now, drifting back up.
40-5.
A little production meeting before this goes off, Howard. They are circling behind the gate at Saratoga. We might be able to catch it.
I'll switch to Saratoga sound immediately after
all in and locked up.
Here we go.
Off they race in the plate trail, a magnificent start. Away well was Scorching DeWolf, 40-5, the outside, and Handy in the center, Autobahn Ace, and Unbridled Weather. And thereafter, Scorching early, Unbridled Weather pushing the pace on the outside, has the head in front as they go past the wire. Autobahn Ace in third, and slipping forward as they go into the turn. Over on the inside, Call Me Sue's got a handy spot, and out wider DeWolf. Over in the middle of the pack, Sudbury's Ghost, 2 lengths away came 40-5. Next to last, Watsonville Red and the early trailer. Notorious Gangster, 1 away last. Unbridled Weather has taken the lead to the inside.
You lose from here, Howard. We're just wrong, I think.
Off the rail is a half a length behind, right on the pace in third, Autobahn Ace. And having a beautiful trailer, DeWolf and Call Me Sue. DeWolf with the ears pricked.
This is
a break of 3 to Sudbury's Ghost. Then came 40-5. Notorious Gangsters at the back with Watsonville Red on their inside. About 6 lengths covers the pack, and out in front, Unbridled Weather ahead to Scorching. On the outside, Autobahn Ace, DeWolf in the center, having the run of the race. On the inside, Call Me Sue, taking off is 40-5 around the outside. And in behind runners is Notorious Gangster getting towards the back with Sudbury's Ghost just ahead. And on the inside, Watsonville Red as they clump right up. In front again, Scorching took over. Audubon Ace and Unbridled Weather, second and third.
Jesus.
And now 40 and 5 gaining on them around the
Follow
outside.
us
With this
9.
one, Flores
Go
taking
right
off
now.
for the
You gotta
lead
go.
to join Scorching.
You got to go right
home
now.
as Sedbury's goes to Wolf
There he
is back in
goes.
the center.
Come on,
Notorious
Sedbury.
Gangster starts
Let's go with
from
him.
Watsonville, red out wide.
What do you got?
Legacy at the back. Scorching got away at the
Yep.
top of the stretch in the
What do you got with him?
Challenged by Sedbury's goes.
Go right on by left hand. Left hand stick. Left hand. Left hand.
The front from
Or right. I don't care.
Opens the lead to almost a length. Instead
Get
of
on this
placing going
horse.
on is Notorious Gangster and Sedbury's
Yes, sir.
There we go, baby. There we go. Blow that horn. Woo.
Time.
Oh. So free. They're giving away money, Howard. They're giving it away.
They're all
There we go, my friend. Hold
And-
on. It's time.
Give me that. Let's go. Now right to Saratoga.
Wow. All right. I'll get
around the park turn at Saratoga. 5 title forces in the lead.
Okay, I'll get right over to it. Up, they're actually into the stretch. Sorry, everyone.
Balloony in the blink of an eye is up to challenge for the lead, and Zverev has surfaced too. These two are going for the wire, but it is Balloony who got the jump.
Balloony,
It is a
yeah,
won.
Greenlee
of course.
You guys hear that,
and
right?
Balloony
Yep.
will finish the job. Balloony scores by 2.
I mean, yeah, of course that could have happened, but
Third to
One-
Fuerte Ventura, and Wonderful Justice was 4th.
Sorry,
I mean,
1-3-1-3-6 at Saratoga, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, we were too happy celebrating our score on the 4. 1-3-6 at Saratoga. I knew the 1 could win. I had the 1 in second this morning on the show. So congratulations on having the 1. I didn't get a pick 4 in. I'm sort of thankful that I did because I wouldn't have loved the 1 on top there. But let's see what we got in the chat. By the way, can I ask you a question, Chris and Kyle? Why the F aren't people watching the show? Why don't we have 5,000 people?
pay for themselves? No.
Chris gives 8 to 1s, 12 to 1s, 6 to 1s. We just gave a 7 to 1. I mean, unbelievable. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Let's see. We got Kelly Ryan. Maybe it's Ryan Kelly. I'm assuming it's Kelly Ryan, a Seattle Mariner fan. Wow. What's up, Kelly?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the show. Greatly appreciate it. Wiz is running out of booms. Terry Frank, I love the show. Well, sure, we love the show always, especially when we get wins there. Tom Espinoza. We got Alex Suarez calling out for Jackson. We got a boom for Noah. Gatekeeper. Good times. A rolling. Paul Collins here.
Yep.
Appreciate that. HHH family. Patrick Little Do. Nice one. Good call, H-Man. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that.
Hey,
Let's
Howard,
see.
We had the exacta there, 22 to 1.
We did. It was
I'll
410.
tell you, I have one small regret. I'm going to be nitpicky. The small regret is there weren't bombs in second or third because I had a lot of horses underneath. I had a win bet that I wish was bigger, but I wasn't 100% positive. But I had 25 to win. For me, that's fine. A few hundred there. I have a $1 try. Can't be that bad, right? I mean, it's 7-1. Maybe get another $100 there. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Sean O'Neill. Oh, Sean's here. What's up, Sean? Well done. I had the 10-4 cold. Sorry, Sean.
I had a win bet on the 4 to back me up. So, but yeah, they are walking up Monmouth, I believe is what Chris was about to say.
Okay. Yeah, I've got it. I see it, guys. I'll bring them in a second. We'll watch the Monmouth race and then we'll talk. Let's go ahead and bring up the Monmouth race right now.
Yes, Chris. I like that.
Thoughts, Chris? I'm sorry. Go. I stepped on you there.
Well, I was on the 3. We told you. Then Kyle said he liked it.
Well, hey, come on.
Ouch.
You just had one there. Come on.
I kid.
Usually I'd agree with you.
I kid.
Ride the hot hand.
This pick 5 at Woodbine is going to pay racks.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
nice.
whew.
20 center.
We should have sound going eventually.
And the runners
There
are
we go.
facing up to the gate for the 9th race. She's a Bernardini's got it.
I don't
Right.
have an opinion, folks. Sorry, I did
Position
not
two.
handicap this.
I
By the
will
way,
also say,
Delmar, in 8 minutes, we will show,
Mhm.
we will put the audio on for that, ladies and gentlemen.
One violent affair.
but one thing I will say from being at Monmouth yesterday, just a little quick tangent while I load into the gate. Matt Dinnerman is really growing on me, and I don't know if anyone else in the chat feels the same way. I've just never been like an Oaklawn bettor, to be completely honest, so I never really heard him call. The energy he brought yesterday it made it, 1,000 times better. I really do like Matt Dinnerman.
Matt Dinnerman
we
is
get to hear it right now.
a good race caller and a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're off. Dorothy's the boss. Broke slowly. She was acting up right before the race, and then they sprung the latch.
Wire.
This was very sluggish
Yeah.
out of there. So Dorothy's the boss is last. Stormy Mitoli on the lead, and Stormy Mitoli's going to clear off into the first turn. She's a Bernardini, hugs the inside. Second with no fake as they hit that first turn run. They open up 3 lengths here. Heavens Express dropping into the back of the pack here. Passed by Dorothy's the boss as they round the clubhouse turn. So it's Stormy Mitoli on the lead, a little less than 2 lengths here. She's a Bernardini tugging, taking the second position away. No fake, relaxed in third. Now 3 lengths off the lead as they sort themselves out. Dorothy's the boss has made her way into 4th now with One Violent Affair, and she's 3 ahead of Heavens Express as they head down the backstretch here. Stormy Mitoli still on the lead by a length. She's a Bernardini, has been keen throughout the backstretch run, and she's up to challenge that front runner with that high head carriage here. Stormy Mitoli,
Way one.
Bernardini, and they sprint clear 6 lengths going into the far turn. One Violent Affair trying to move forward, level
All right.
first with no fake. Dorothy's the boss.
Turn this pig away.
Looks like she's calling it an afternoon. Heavens Express still at the back. Coming to the quarter pole. Match race on the lead. Stormy Mitoli, and she's a Bernardini. The 2 favorites hooking up.
Use the stick, hit the chalk in the face.
She's a Bernardini on the outside at 6 to 5. Looks like she's going better.
Unlucky.
2 to 1, and she's a Bernardini. Pushes by.
She's gone.
She's a Bernardini with a furlong to go.
She
Extends
don't.
her lead.
I was hoping we had a little bit of an easier
Pole. She's a
lead there, and then once he came to the half-mile pole, that's when I was a little bit scared.
well in front.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Chantal Sutherland. Stormy Mitoli
Just a
second.
little bit.
Heavens Express from far out of
I
it.
didn't know Chantal was out there either, so good for her.
There we go. All right. And there's a point by Tom Espinoza, just what you were saying. We've got about 5 minutes to Delmar. I just want to say this real quick. We're going to be wrong sometimes, of course, obviously.
Yeah.
We try to be more right than wrong. Chris and Kyle, you guys know me very well. I'm huge on replay watching and video, and it doesn't always work out. But when you look at the running line of the 4 at Woodbine that just won, it really doesn't look that great. When you watch the replay, just trouble after trouble, very subtle. Like that is a perfect example of a horse that you can make money on. And that happens, I would say once a weekend, Kyle, maybe twice a weekend. You can really find those kind of horses, especially in a wide open race. Now, granted, he got a great trip and a great ride. But again, he was 5 times the price of the favorites there for no damn reason. Congratulations to anyone who was with us there on the 4. Real nice score for us. All right, let's go to Delmar. And we do have 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and speed handicap. Did you look at this race? I do have the PPs up right now, Chris. Did you look at this race at all?
I did. And
Okay.
Jeff Mullins, Antonio Frazier here on the turf would be a big shock to me if this horse didn't win. I singled him. I've got a short pick 5 here at $5 base, 4-1, 4 with 1, with 157, with 137 with 4. So 3 singles and races 3 and 4 with 3 options. So I'm willing to donate $45 into that pool at the $5 base to try and hit it 10 times.
Noah Maher of Pacific Horse Players and author of actually Jackson wrote today's, I believe, let's see. Oh, actually looks like Noah wrote it today.
Noah did wrote it.
Okay, I thought Jackson was me writing it on Sundays. I apologize. It looks like Noah wrote the power picks today for Delmar. He's got 4-1-5. He's going with Edge of Mali. These are Philly's main special weight. Rehearsal is taking money. I don't like 4-year-olds who have not won at this point of their career. I can just say that right off the top. I'd be against rehearsal unless there's some replay or something that caught my fancy. Let's see. Actually, Noah's got the 5 in third. He's got the 1 in second. Bougie Beach at 12-1. Interesting. He likes to stretch out. I can see why. Dynaformer, right, on the dam side, guys. Peter Miller is on fire, usually Del Mar. If this horse can stretch out, interesting. Actually has been 2 turns, but that's been dirt 2 turns. So this is a interesting horse that Mr. Maher has in second with Bougie Beach. And let's see who else. Anyone on the bottom here. You got Double Bay, another 4-year-old coming off a layoff. Angelica Bay. Wow, a lot of bays with Carmona, who actually ran pretty well last time at 20-1, 9-2 now. And then you have Judith for Jonathan Thomas at 5-1, coming off a Keeneland race. Fixed into B. I actually remember that race a little bit here. I just want to see how those horses came out. For Vincent Chaminade,
there's a bunch of winners in there.
1, 2, 3 winners are coming out of this. So just speed handicapping, Chris. I'd be interested in the 9 a little bit here. I'm just gonna, again, don't take this as gospel. I'm literally speed handicapping. I'm gonna go 4-9-1. Kyle, thoughts?
I was 9-4-5, so I understand.
Okay.
I'm banking on it's almost in Jonathan Thomas I trust, but again, Edge of Molly's easily the horse to beat, and if he gets any type of trip that's not in the parking lot or 18, far back like he did last time, I think he's pretty good. Or she. Yeah, it could be anybody, nowadays, but you are right.
French breeding, Irish breeding, Jeff Mullins. Interesting. Let's see how much time. Not a lot of time, probably, right, guys?
Yeah, they're crossing over onto the turf course now, Howard. But that's, speed handicapping is better than handicapping on speed because that's a bad combination.
Well, I wouldn't know the latter, but I'll trust you, Chris. Sounds like you.
And appreciate the comments, Ron the Man 1964. This is the most entertaining live racing show. Love your opinions. You guys actually bet them. Kudos. So.
We definitely bet them. And Ron, including the losses earlier, Ron. Look,
okay, so can you tell that we actually bet them?
Well, no, we don't just throw crap out there. We will bet. All right. For people that are interested, we cannot show the races. I'm going to switch over the Del Mar. I think we're done with Monmouth. I'm going to switch to. There's only certain races that we can actually show the video without getting copyright issues and getting us in trouble. I just want to make that clear for people who don't really know how YouTube works. Del Mar, I can't, got issues here. Del Mar, we do not have permission to show their video, but we can show their audio. Plus, I know a lot of people are at home watching most likely. So let me bring up Del Mar here on my side screen, and we can play the audio. They're going to the gate. The 4 is 8-5. I'm just going to play for S's and giggles. I'm going to play a little 4-9. Dutch Exacta with the 9-4 and see if I can
now reached the starting gate. It's post time.
You guys hear that?
At the gate.
Yeah, Howard, we got a good spot for a break right after this before we get.
I agree. We will take a commercial break after Del Mar Race 1. Good luck to everyone. Where the turf meets the surf at old
set to move into line for race number 1.
Yeah, I never allow Oldie to sing, and I'm going to enforce that rule. Well, no singing. All right. What's your bets here?
Put a smile on your face. There's a winner in each race.
I'm gonna start
where the surf meets the surf.
If I could reach you, I would.
At old Del Mar. My favorite part. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Bing. Bing, you're the man.
Consort.
Maybe one day we'll get you out there to sing the song. That would be entertaining.
I'm with it.
I can sing a little bit.
Edge of Molly.
I've seen him play drums in a restaurant before, so I can. Singing's the next. Singing's the next step.
I got a little. I got
Judith will be last to load.
By the way, 9-5 might be a price on this 4. I'm not. I don't think I can get my bet in here. But good luck to everyone at Del Mar.
Here comes Judith up to the outside stall
as they start here. Larry Comas.
3-2 when they cross the line.
They're off. Edge of Mali was just a beat slow to begin. Double Bay goes out to the early lead. On the far outside, Judith with some speed. Icons Only is out third on the inside, and then Angelica Bay. And between those two, Global Consort. Rehearsal is next, and then Bougie Beach and Edge of Mali at the rear of the field, racing for that first turn. And it is Double Bay and Umberto Rispoli with the early advantage here.
Can I switch my win bet to the 9?
By 2.5 lengths over Judith in second as they race to the backstretch.
At 6-5 on the 4, by the way.
Third, went 22.69 for that opening quarter mile.
Speedy.
Then Global Consort, Angelica Bay, and Rehearsal on the far outside. Edge of Mali is right there in that group, as well as Bougie Beach, who's down toward the rail. But the leader is clear here. Up the backstretch, Double Bay has opened up 4 lengths. Judith is second on this backstretch run. Then it's Global Consort on the outside. 46.17 was the half. Rehearsal outside of horses out there in fourth and 4 lengths to make up for
is
Rehearsal.
Really making the 9
then it's
work
back to Edge of Mali.
wants,
Icons Only. Angelica Bay and Bougie Beach is the trailer. Now the lead for Double Bay is only a length. Double Bay still there, though, on the front end. Leading it by 3/4 of a length over Global Consort, who's trying to cut into that gap. Judith on the inside is third. Rehearsal comes wide in fourth. Edge of Mali swings up 3 deep and tries to close in, but Double Bay's got running left in her. 1 furlong to run. Double Bay by 2. The only one with a shot is Edge of Mali, and she's closing in with every stride. She was slow out of the gate, but she's going to be really late. Edge of Mali. The flourish to beat Double Bay. Then Bougie Beach and Icons Only.
4, 6.
Sorry, Howard. Frazier and Mullins on the turf with these conditions. I mean, just it's like it's automatic. I mean, it's just crazy how high with the frequency they win. And Frazier on the turf, just nuts for a number of different trainers on this circuit with these types of races without, the riders coming in from the east and different horses and whatnot. I mean, he's just geared to do this. The guy's got an internal clock that's awesome.
Yeah, and that horse had a little trouble early too. I mean, that horse was tons the best.
Yeah.
It came 4, 6, 1. The 9 was a little bit rank, and then the 3 at 60-1 made the 9 work too hard. I had a little bit. I'm not embarrassed to say I had a win bet on the 4. I actually thought 7-5 might have been a price. Looks like she drifted down to 6-5, I believe.
Yeah, that's better than what I thought at 3-2. So we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, look, value is the eye of the beholder, right, Kyle? I mean, if you think the horse should have been 3-5 and you get 6-5, it's twice your money. I mean, it's value does not mean big price.
Howard, there's nothing wrong with if you bet $25, what's wrong with cashing at $50? It's
by the way,
nothing if you think the horse should have been lower. I mean,
yep, correct.
Right. I mean, but
have you guys seen the video that FanDuel did with the jockeys against trainer Jeff Mullins?
I did see that. Yes.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, he's a pretty strong dude. Yeah. Edge of Mali wins for Antonio Fresu to open up the card at Delmar. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 15 minutes to post at Woodbine for the Woodbine Oaks, if I remember correctly, which is a $500,000 race. Right now, it's a completely wide open board, which is the way I saw it. We have 11 minutes to Saratoga. They have 2 dirt races followed by a turf race. I have strong opinions at Saratoga for sure, and I will be happy to talk about those a little bit. Looks like Sean, here's a little old school word, not the try, the triple. I love it, Sean. By the way, a little tip of the cap to Noah Maher, who had the 1 in third. He had the 1 in second on his tip sheet. He had 4-1. It came 4-6-1. So Noah's off to his usual good start there. Again, paid $4.60. Look, now you got an extra 20 cents. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you liked that filly, she's got a little bit of a future. I like that horse. Well, I'm curious to see how she develops. I think now is a great time to take a little bit of a break here, guys. So let me just set up a few things here. And you know what, Kyle, I'm going to have you host the rest of the way after the break because frankly, my voice needs a break. I'll do the controlling,
that's fine.
in the back scene, Kyle, but I'll let you sort of host. That was our original plan anyway.
Yep.
Going forward, let me put up a banner right now. Just a second here. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. Again, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Especially hit the like button. It helps us very much here at the HHH Racing Podcast get more views. And more importantly, tell your friends, neighbors, everyone. We've got shows Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday nights, all preview shows. We're doing live shows now on the weekends. So definitely worth your while to check us out. That is exactly what I wanted to put up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a little potty break here, grab a beverage, do whatever you got to do. HHH Racing Podcast, Weekend Warriors on a beautiful Sunday. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thanks.
I was going to say, I thought I was hosting the show now, but what's up, everyone? Welcome back, of course, to Weekend Warriors right here on the HHH Racing Podcast with my now co-host, Howard Kravitz, and, of course, good friend and co-host Chris Walsh. Guys, we got a lot coming up and a lot to look forward to here. Obviously, Woodbine Oaks is coming up as well as the Grade 2. Oh, crap. I can't blanking on it now. Hold on one second. The Honorable Miss at Saratoga. So, and then we still got one race at Monmouth to come your way, as well as more Del Mar. So again, welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys all so much for joining the show. Greatly appreciate it. Again, as Howard pointed out before we went to the break, if you guys do enjoy this live show, we would really appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because not only is it the best way to help out our channel, and it's completely free to do, but it also helps out and pushes these videos out into people's For You pages out on YouTube and gets recommended to more and more horse players. So we would greatly appreciate that.
Okay. Well, and just like that, we lost Kyle. That was a quick host job.
I had a Chris Walsh moment there. My internet cut out real quick. But anyway, Howard, I want to go, and because it looks like the lineup here will be Saratoga, Woodbine, and then Monmouth Park to end their day. So let's start talking about Saratoga here. It's a 3-year-old filly optional claimer for $50,000. And it looks like the morning line, the favorite right now is the number 4, and that is the Princess Factor, which, funny enough, I was hoping this horse would not be the favorite, which is why I ended up picking her on top. Came out of a restricted maiden last race, Howard. In this race, I was 4-1-3, so nothing exactly very creative here. I think she kind of inherited the lead last time a little bit. I don't know if she necessarily wants to be up in front, because there's other horses in this race that do want the front. However, I think as of how everyone's run so far, I think the 4 and the 1 are a little bit above everyone else.
I have a pretty strong opinion in these last few races that I'm going to share. By the way, just production me in the middle of the show, because usually our host, I'll click all the buttons, Kyle, in the audience. You don't have to worry about that. You can just mainly do the talking to save my throat here. I'm 9-4-2. Again, I am 9-4-2 in this race here. Now, I wasn't sure it'd be sloppy, so that might change my opinion. I thought between the 1 Golden Irish, who is 3-1, who should show some speed from the inside. The 4, Feasible might show some speed. The 4 is going to show speed. I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I think this horse is pretty quick, Kyle, and I think she's going to show a lot of speed. Volatile Market is going to go, who is taking money. I'm against this horse. So it looks like, and the 8 is also quick. So in theory, you never know. In theory, there's plenty of speed here up front. Mel, what a shocker here for Mel Giddings, trainer Mel Giddings. I think she's tactical. I like Chris Elliott on the outside. I think he's a good young jockey. I mentioned this morning on the show. First 2 races were in the slop, by the way, Kyle. Not great, but I don't think it's the slop, because she's a much better horse now. She's bred. You can see in the top right-hand corner, actually, 445 for a Wet Tomlinson number. If those of you don't know Tomlinson, those are numbers that anything above 400 is really well. So Flying Peace stable. I like Mel. It's a bit of a soft opinion here. I know Pete Visco very much likes the 2 in this race. G's Eloise. I think this was a spot play for Pete. I'm going 9-4-2. Chris?
Geez, man, I gotta tell you, I think Pete's right. Going with the 2. Linda Rice here, and she is only 22% with the second race with the horse here, and that's what we got here in conditions. I like me a 9-2 exacta box. Bring it.
No, I love it. And the fact that we're going all over the board should tell you exactly how the panel feels about this race. It feels like it's pretty wide open. Howard, I'm actually really intrigued about your 9 pick, because that's one of those that I gave a look, and it's one of those fillies that shows a ton of talent sometimes, and other times is just kind of really duddy, I guess, if you will. But if there's a ton of speed up front, I can easily see your 9 coming over the top, and the fact that this horse is 7-2 on the board should give you at least a little bit of confidence as well.
Well, let's look at those duddy races 2 and 3 back. Okay, let's analyze. She won for maiden 50 4 back. Gulfstream's very speed favoring, right? The Any Limit, she was, and that's a stake race. She was way out of
right.
3 back against Unchained Eileen, and okay, let's now. I honestly did not watch the Keeneland race, but again, that's a starter allowance 50 in the middle of the Keeneland meet. So and up to she was in a very fast pace going 7. I think she was just over her head in those races 2 and 3 back. They rested her up. She ran much better last time going 7 again into a fast pace. Now she's turning back here, Kyle, against lesser, in my opinion. She won't have the slop kicked in her face in theory. I think she's very logical here. I think 7-2 is reasonable. I just placed a win bet on her. Good luck to anyone else who agrees with me.
And you and I have since DRF added the Timeform US, you and I have been very big in comparing speed figures and noticing discrepancies when they show.
Thanks, Chris. You want to read that, by the way?
Yeah, sorry, Chris making some calls to sell some commercial spots, and now that, Chris, is what I'm talking about. But
there we go.
Funny enough, Howard, we talked about they had that last race for Mel rated exactly the same as her maiden breaker at 85, though. So they had both 85 time form. They rated that last race for the Princess Factor at 100. So based on time form, she has to improve again. But based on buyer, she's really not that far out of it at all. So again, just an interesting discrepancy to point out between time form and US as they load into the gate here for the 8th at Saratoga.
We should have sound.
We've got Woodbine coming up in 2 minutes, and then Monmouth right after that.
Woodbine. We're going to switch right to the Woodbine live feed right after this with the Woodbine Oaks. We really should be talking about that race more. I'll take the blame for that one, not Kyle. It's a $500,000 race. Right now, the 5 is the favorite Woodbine, but they are going to the gate in Saratoga. We should have sound coming up here when we should hear Frank Marimati soon. We should hear him.
Yep. It hasn't said anything yet.
No. They are sloppy still at Saratoga.
It doesn't look that bad. I wouldn't.
No.
I would rate it more wet.
You guys heard him, right?
Yep. You're good.
One load. Christopher Elliott.
I'm guessing they sealed the track, Chris, before the rain came. Looks that way.
Yeah, I would guess so too.
All right, Melly Mel. I played some big pick 3s here, so I am trying to get out for the day. That last Woodbine race helped. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the gate. And they're off, and Volatile Market is very quick. Feasible comes away in good order. On the extreme outside, Melly Mel and Golden Irish now joins the fray in a big way. Golden Irish is now dueling with Feasible. Dylan Davis asking and getting it from Golden Irish, who now leads by a half length. Feasible second, Volatile Market broke on top, gets a good trip third. Melly Mel is fourth. Geez Eloise, the Princess Factor, and Flatter Fanatic. 21-4 for Golden Irish, pressed by Feasible around the far turn. These two are head and head with less than 3 furlongs to run. It's now 5 back to Volatile Market in third. Geez Eloise making headway on the inside of Melly Mel. Then the Princess Factor and Flatter Fanatic there at the top of the stretch. Golden Irish and Feasible. Feasible is up to take the lead, coming to the 8th pole. Geez Eloise
fall apart race.
Melly Mel, Volatile Market, one final furlong. Geez Eloise. Eating up ground with every stride on the inside of Golden Irish. Golden Irish, Geez Eloise, Feasible, Melly Mel, driving finish. Geez Eloise gets up.
Beautiful. Nice job, Chris.
Take it.
Beautifully done.
Can I tell you how much I hate the ride by Chris Elliott there on the 9? There's no reason for that horse to be in the 8 path and then gallops out like a train. The 2 is absolutely fine. Nice shot, Pete Visco. And nice job, Chris. I'm very happy with the 2. That's totally fine. The 2 saved ground the whole way. The 9 was in the 8 path for no reason and still ran pretty well. But the 9 was like uncomfortable and just that was all about the ride.
Right here, getting into the inside of the 2. Right there.
Yep.
That is the move when you watch the replay.
We got Woodbine going on here.
Yep.
Come up here.
They're loading in the gate right now for the Woodbine Oaks.
Woodbine right here. We can bring it on screen also. Woodbine Oaks coming up right here, guys.
Real quick, I am on the.
Podcast.
I actually like the 10 at a little bit of a price. Oh, he's 5-1 now. Chris likes the 5 as well.
I liked the too late to get bets in, but who
going now to gate 11, Winterberry.
I'm on the 5, Shifty.
And the last to join will be DeAram.
I was interested in the in the 7 a little bit here, guys.
DeAram comes up.
I think Mark Cassie has like 8 or 9.
Actually, the 4.
Goes
4.
In, all in.
4 was a price for me here. 4.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I like that one.
I think Mark Cassie has 8 horses.
And that is a great beginning. Away very sharply was No Time, and deep on the track, Winterberry with Helter Skelter for the lead. Winterberry from the outside trying to cross. Up second, Shifty over on the inside, War Signal, and Crystal Vision's improving.
Not what
No
I
Time
thought.
is in the center. Towards the inside came Another Trouble, then Innisfree Isle. A break of a length and a half, Revelers Row. Racing wider is Aristella. Trouble for both our Canadian Apple and Ella. It is into the turn. And last early is Durham, showing the way. Winterberry was hungry for the lead and has it. At a length to Crystal Visions, and handy is Shifty. War Signal on the inside. The Mark Cassie trio in the first 4. And also going forward is No Time. And as they settle down, they're a length and a half in front of Not a Trouble. Moving up is Aristella. 2 to Innisfree Isle. Revelers Rose about 9 to 10 lengths off the lead. A break to our Canadian Apple. Back second last is Durham. And at the tail of the field is Ella It Is. And showing the way, Winterberry by a length to Shifty. In the center is Crystal Vision. And racing over on the outside is No Time. A length and a half away came Not a Trouble. Aristella edging into this race really well. War Signal has dropped behind from Innisfree Isle. Revelers Rose starting a nice run, coming 3 wide. A long gap away came to Orem. Then our Canadian Apple, and last, Ella It Is. Out in front, Winterberry shows the way and leads down the side by a length. Trying to make ground. Shifty is over on the inside. No Time is right there. And here comes Aristella right around the outside and is flying home on
the clear.
Crystal
Come on,
Vision.
inside move. There you go.
Across the track and over on the inside.
There you go, Shifty.
Gone up with No Time, and they go to the
Keep
front
going.
from Winterberry, and No Time has time. Driving clear. And it is going to be No Time, and John Velasquez in the nick of time. Oh, plenty of time. No Time scorches them in the Woodbine Oaks from Shifty.
Of course, hasn't passed a soul in the first 6-7 races of his
I don't know if that was
of her career.
Of
That's a
150-14.
little egregious with the Scorches call, but whatever.
They are going fast at Woodbine today, aren't they, Kyle? Sorry, your host.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I'm with whatever. Said boom on the 8 for Wiz, completed his daily double. Congratulations to anyone that had No Time there. That horse hasn't passed a soul in the entirety of his racing career, and obviously did it very well there. They went up fast in front. I like the 10 made a good move on the turn, just couldn't sustain it. Obviously, Shifty ran very well, just ended up getting past. That was a great ride. I believe was it Savachi on that horse, I believe, on Shifty. It was a good inside ride there. By him, obviously just not enough in the end. And I didn't see where the 4 ended up, Howard. Did the 4 end up running that well or
4
no?
Tried to come up the inside, just didn't kick on. I thought it was a wide open race. I have to admit that I didn't love the 8. I didn't bet the race. I didn't love the 8. Nice filly. I'm curious this time compared to the trial race, because as you know, Chris, I know you know this, Kyle. We usually get some fillies in the King's Plate race.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if this horse is going to go to the King's Plate, she's a filly. That final time was 150.14. If anyone in the chat can actually know the final time of the 4 horse that won for us, I don't know what that final time was. This was
I'm gonna look
150.14. I wonder how that compares.
150.37. So
faster than the boys. So
yep.
Now some of that depends on the pace, obviously, but faster than the boys. So
all right, we're in the gate at Monmouth. I like the 1.
In the gate at Monmouth, I like the 1.
Is this the last race at Monmouth here?
Yep.
Okay, let me see if I can switch to that.
I chalked out in this one.
You said they're in the gate?
Yep, they're loading in right now.
And guess what? How about that, Mr. Walsh? There you go. Uh-oh. Internet?
Uh-oh.
That doesn't usually happen for me. Not meant to be, maybe. All right, well, we're circling the wagons here. Sorry, everyone.
Padilla Preciado does really well off the claim, too, for the 7. So I'm interested to see how he runs off the line.
They are off. Sorry, we I don't. Well, it's not really internet. Sorry, you can see it's only internet at Woodbine or at Monmouth apparently.
The 3 on the lead, the 1 and the 9 right behind.
Just Cheesy is next as they corner, scraping paint around the clubhouse. Apparently, going to have to Grigio. Second to last, Gil Rock is in the back of the field as the 11 runners approach the backstretch run. Enter's Choice, 55-1 on the lead. Length and a 10.
Turpin's has been very slow all weekend.
Clear of a pair, probably inside Fusing Rain. Another 2 lengths more to Authentic Hunter. Billy's Legacy, they're side by side. Grigio tries to get closer on the inside. Just Cheesy still is between horses as they're halfway home. They change your name to back to Gil Rock. We let this game drops to the back. We'll have to pass them all in a half mile to see the 5 favorites. So they go into the 4-turn run. Enter's Choice into that turn. Length in front of Surprise Package. He's opened up about 6 on Broadway, who's under pressure third. Fusing Rain outside of him is scrubbed upon around the 4th turn. 2 lanes back to Change Your Name is not picking up the pace to this point. Authentic Hunter, he's set hard, and We Live This Game still well behind as they come to the top of the lane. Really has to get going. They're down the stretch here. Enter's Choice, Surprise Package, takes a short lead from him and kicks on. Enter's Choice is second from midfield. It's still rough trying to run off the scene with We Live This Game, but it's going to be Surprise Package picks away, finishes it up, and wins it by 2.5 lengths.
7 made up 12 of the 15 lengths that he needed to make up down the stretch.
Big.
Kyle, allow me to do this because we have so many people watching. We thank them. Please. On the right over my left shoulder, right there. Look, I pointed correctly. Right there. QR code in the top right-hand side of the screen. That takes us to our regular Power Pick tip sheet. And Kyle and Chris, we're getting a lot of nice compliments of scores. Look, we have scores all the time on our Power Pick tip sheet. If you're not familiar with our Power Pick tip sheet, please, the QR code's on the top right. It's extremely inexpensive. It's very profitable. You get it the standard one is every Saturday. It's like $5 every Saturday. It's nothing. I mean, you can make that times 5 in one bet. We really, if you want to support the podcast, we'd greatly appreciate you because we do have a lot of new people in the chat watching right now, Kyle. So again, Power Pick tip sheet. Right there. You can also go to our website, hhhracingpodcast.com. Let me bring up that banner as well. Where is that banner for? Oh, no, that's X. Where's the website banner? I'll get it up. There we go. hhhracingpodcast.com is where you can find information. But if you want to just go directly to our Power Picks tip sheet and support the channel, there it is right there, the QR code. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Go ahead and we'll leave it on for a few minutes, Kyle, to let people check that out if they'd like to. There's also information below the video player in the description for our Power Picks tip sheets.
Howard, do we have one more race in us before we wrap it up, or what are you thinking?
Well, we were going till 6, Chris.
Okay. We
got half an hour.
Delmar in a minute, and then Saratoga after that. Will be in 17.
Let's go to Delmar, by the way. There's a 3 to 5 shot. Am I reading that correctly here?
That's correct. Yep. Redemption time for Diodoro.
I don't know. I didn't look at this race. Chris, did you look at this race? Any thoughts for the viewers or listeners? Delmar race 2.
I did. This horse is 2 for 22, dropping down from a 30 star allowance to a 25 non-winners 3 lifetime here, but I don't think it has to beat much here.
The old Diodoro drop.
Better dropping from claim. You're getting Diego Herrera running as a run happy horse here, coming in from Churchill for the ship in and win.
Yep, correct.
I'm just scrolling through the race. I don't see much to beat.
No, I looked at it well, and that's kind of what I saw, Chris, is even though, like I said, there's a 2 for 22, a 2 for 14, a 2 for 24, a 2 for 12. It's kind of all that same type of horse in this race, so he doesn't really have to beat much. And if he runs any one of those last 2 races, I think he wins. The 5 is a little bit interesting, coming out of a 12-5, obviously taking the step up, but he's a little bit of that type of fresh face angle, comparatively to everyone else. So we'll see, but I think it's gonna be looks hard to beat the one, at least from my eyes, as they load into the gate here for race 2.
Sound should be coming up, by the way.
The 4 is 3-1. Pete's Old Fashioned, another Steve Dapp horse.
Freysu on that one as well.
Yeah, just if it was on the grass, sure.
It's funny. I was never have buffering internet issues. I wonder if it's I have 3 video screens up, if that's part of it.
You got the audio going?
I
do, but I'm not sure why it's not playing. Interesting.
Set Storm on the far outside and down toward the rail. Trailing the field in the initial stages here is American Empire. So around that first turn they go. In front is Majestic Palisades under Kyle Frey, the leader by just a neck. Pete's Old Fashioned alongside in second. Sunset Storm goes up on the far outside to make it 3 across the track. Then Resemblance and Redemption Time, and 3 lengths more back to American Empire. 23.24 the opening quarter, 5 furlongs to go. 3 across the track. Majestic Palisades at the rail. Pete's Old Fashioned between. Sunset Storm on the outside. Just tracking them is Resemblance and Redemption Time, who's down toward the rail. His heavy favorite has 2 lengths to make up, racing for the far turn, and it's 3.5 to American Empire. 47.1 the half. Into the turn they go. Majestic Palisades on the inside. Pete's Old Fashioned between. Sunset Storm. These 3 continue to race across the track. Resemblance is outside of them. In the meanwhile, Redemption Time is still back there in 5th. 1 off the rail now and beginning to move. Had to wait for a bit of running room and still with a lot of work to do as they come to the top of the stretch, where Sunset Storm is taking command here. Sunset Storm arriving at the gate pole with a 2.5 length lead on Redemption Time, who's moved up on the outside into second and still has a chance. Then comes Pete's Old Fashioned. It's Sunset Storm, Redemption Time, and Pete's Old Fashioned down to the wire. It's going to be Sunset Storm to hold on.
Longest shot in the field.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, the 2 was longer.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, well, 62.5. 62.5 gets 6th in the 62.5 and running back at Del Mar and win going away, or win diminishing, but good enough.
Yep. And 2 back did the same thing.
Yep.
Gate to wire.
But that was in a restricted 5,000 claimer. This is, but I mean, hey, like I said, the huge shot for Val Brinkerhoff, but obviously works out in the end. Is just gets the complete jump on both of the favorites in that race.
Yeah, I did not play the early pick. I didn't play the early pick 5, but for all of you that played the pick 5, you have that horse. That's huge. But let me just throw a little poo-poo out there. It's a 6-horse field. I think there were plenty of people that hit the Alba in that race, Chris, or at least tried to beat the favorite. So while the horse was 21-1, it's a small field, and I have a feeling it's not going to play quite as big in the pick 5. Don't get me wrong. If I played the pick 5 and I had that horse, I'd be jumping up and down. I just want to caution people horizontally. That's actually a situation where vertically you'll probably play better than horizontally, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean,
Howard, I don't think very many people have the horse at all. I think they were focused on favorites there, and nobody went wide.
Maybe, we'll see, but you know, we have to see what happens in the rest of the sequence. But wow. By the way, can you give a little shout out and good wishes to our friend Matt Miller, who's currently on a 14-hour flight to Japan. So I know Matt is not watching, or I doubt he is, but because he's not in the chat. But have fun. Sayonara, my friend. We'll see you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great time with your family in Japan. Pretty cool.
Extremely
bucket list trip for him.
Extremely jealous because that is the top of my bucket list as well. So I'm extremely jealous. Me and obviously Emma as well. We're huge fans of Japanese food and everything else. I think it would be super cool to go to Japan, and everyone that knows me well enough I'm a big Disney fan, and the Asian Disney parks are by far the best as opposed to every other one out here in the States. So that would just be the cherry on top to what would be a really cool trip. So I'm sure Matt will have an absolute blast.
Having been someone who's been to Japan, Have fun. I'm happy to never go back.
Okay, well,
Whoa.
there you go.
Whoa. Wow. Chris, you had a bad day at the track at in Tokyo or something, or what?
Hot, humid, just I live in Florida.
I was gonna say you live in Florida.
Yeah, wait, you live in Florida. What's the
the thing here? I have Disney parks. I have hot. I have humid, and I don't have to deal with all that nonsense tourist stuff and language barriers. And it doesn't take me 14 hours to get to Orlando.
You're not wrong. I'll take you up on that offer. But again, I'm excited to. We're big food people, so I think it would be a fun trip nonetheless. Plus, the stop will be made at Tokyo Racecourse. I will promise you that one when we are out there. But I guess doing a 180, Howard.
Got a nice grade 2 race.
That's what I was going to say.
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
Nope, I was going to say doing a 180 because we got a really nice one coming up, as you said. 10 minutes to post now. For the grade 2 honorable miss, $200,000 for older fillies and mares sprinting on the dirt. Morning line favorite and your favorite right now at even money is a recurring horse in this type of division. The number 4, Scylla. Bill Mott, Joel Rosario rides as he has the last 2 times. I don't know about you, Howard. This is one of Emma's favorite horses, and it's one of the ones that I always have a hard time trusting in no matter what spot. Obviously, she's very, very good. Just a matter of when I look at this horse every time, it kind of leans to how can I beat her or bet against her rather than trust her and move forward. I think there's a lot of interesting horses in this race that, could definitely vie for an upset.
A few things to talk about here. Pete and I talked about this race quite a bit on the show this morning. People can check out the video. Pete, by the way, likes the 2 R Disaster in this race. I'm a little against the 2, although I will say I would now upgrade the 2 based on the slop because I just always think in general slop leads to early speed doing better. And by the way, the 1 in that last race where the 2 won, the 1 ran huge. The rail horse there in the Saratoga race that just happened. But anyway, this is my, I don't know if I should say this or not because I didn't think there'd be slop. All right, I'll stay with it. This is my play of the day for the late pick 5 at Saratoga. It is not Scylla. Scylla should win, right, guys? I mean, this horse has faced like complete monsters. I hear you, Chris. There's some concerns. I don't know about the slop, number 1. I don't know about the distance. The fact that Mott's cutting her back to 6 in a grade 2 almost feels like he's trying to give her a confidence builder, and I just don't trust this horse. I don't know why. I just don't trust her. The horse that I'm extremely, very, very interested in, my play of the day, is Jody's Pride, the number 9, at 5-1. If you think this horse is not a sprinter, gentlemen, let's go back to her first 2 races of her career, which were off. I know they were off the turf. She wins by 10 and by 3 in quick times, including a stake win going 6. Then they stretched her out for most of her career against complete monsters. She's been a bit inconsistent. I think she's getting her mojo back. She won the grade 2 Ruffian 2 back. Last time she finished 3rd. I know she lost by a lot. That was to ways and means. There's no ways and means. And Scylla was in that race, by the way, also. I like the turn back. I like Pratt. I don't mind the slop. I think there's plenty of early speed. If our Disaster gets loose, I could lose for sure. If Scylla is Scylla, I also could lose. But I'm getting the price. I think she fits. I think she gets a similar trip to the 9 that we just saw in the last race, except Pratt's not going to go 10 wide for no reason like Chris Elliott did. And I think Jody's Pride is fascinating on the turn back. I love turnbacks. I love the price. I'm going to take a shot here with Jody's Pride to upset the field at 5-1. Howard's price play of the day in late pick 5 at Saratoga. Take it or leave it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm with them. I'll go to you, Chris, because I know what you're going to say, so I'll leave it to you.
I'll leave it, man. The 8, Benedetta. Dylan Davis, just thinking up the board here. He's just due for a big win here. Steve puts him up here, win over the slop previously. At Churchill back in 24, back in November, off the pace. I can see this. I can vision this trip in my mind. So going with the 8 Benedetta at 7-1. I'm trumping your pick, Howard.
And wait, I just want to clarify. One of your main reasons is because Dylan is due. Is that what you're saying? I'm just asking.
Well, it is. Dylan is due. He's had a horrible meet here. He did great last year. Steve puts him up here. Lots of trouble last out, bumped off the rail, forward inside, held third, traffic, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the other reasons I get, the reason that Dylan is due, I'm going to have to crap on that slightly, but you could be right. You could be right.
Yeah. I mean, you go back and look at that race in November. That's the trip he needs to have here. He just needs to get clear and get it done. And he's due. I mean, people are due. I mean, Kirk Gibson was due back in the day.
Yep.
Right? And I'm an A's fan. I put the hat on here.
The White Sox are due. There we go.
The White Sox are not due.
They're always due. They're always due. I'm going to pull the Uno reverse card. Howard, I agree with you completely. I think the 6 furlongs is no issue at all for Jody's Pride, and she has a really nice win in the slop going one turn in the busher. So I don't think the slop's an issue. I don't think the distance is an issue. I think there's plenty of early speed in here. I think Pratt just sits her in the clear from the 9 hole, too wide, mid pack, and let the dogs fight and go by them at the top of the stretch. I really like her as well. And the other thing I wanted to point out,
Howard.
Howard.
See at the bottom of the screen, by the way? If I'm trying to look at the will pace, have to be fantastic.
I did see that come through.
I'm trying to look it up. I can't get it right now, but
I'm trying to get it as well. But the other thing I wanted to point out, Howard, was the price discrepancy. I figured it was going to be the other way around between Our Disaster and Jody's Pride. The fact that Jody's Pride is 5-1 and Our Disaster is 5-2 is a little bit nuts from my point of view, at least. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like that's
because people love the speed and they love to see a lot of ones. And Jody's Pride's form is dirtied up. Like the two look sexier on paper.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I'm gonna red board my main man Wiz. Number 8 at Toga, 3 for 8 at the distance and 8 for 8 at the money.
You're looking at pretty good numbers, Howard, here. For the 50-cent cross country pick 5, 7,400 to the 2 and 8,400 to the 9.
Wow. Good luck, Jackson. I hope he has it by himself. I have no idea if he's played that with other people or not, but
whether he does or not, I'm with him. So
either way, who cares? Well, he's got to beat Scylla. I mean,
that's it.
We're both trying to beat Scylla, Chris and I. So let's see what time we've got here.
I'm not worried about it. So, I mean, this is Saratoga, the graveyard of favorites.
Okay.
Oh boy, we got 3 minutes to post here as they parade around the track. Still, again, if Jody's Pride's 5-1, Howard, that's more than good enough for me.
Unreasonable wager incoming.
I already used my unreasonable wager of the week, but but definitely a decent one at that for sure.
I just think she's got a lot going for her. A lot depends on the pace here.
Correct.
If Our Disaster gets loose, now Pete, we had a really interesting discussion this morning. It looks like we got a little time, so let me ask you guys this question. Pete feels like Our Disaster is good enough to sit off and go by. At this level, I disagree. Any thoughts, guys, as you look at her PPs? Could she sit and go by at this level? I know she did it last time, but that was a much weaker race than this.
Well, I think when this race is over, they're going to rename her Complete Disaster.
Whoa.
Peyton Bradar on the 8, Trackmaster picks on the 8. There are a number of people pointing to the 8, yet it's not taking any money. But Our Disaster, just going to be another disaster.
Howard, the one thing I will say is
that you have a reason why. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
I know Chris is all puffy chested with all his wins he gets, but we can't just let him say that and we got to be a little more analytical here, Chris. What is it you don't like about our disaster today?
Coming from Delaware, couldn't win at Aqueduct or Gulfstream. Wins at Delaware. Now is hyped, is the horse. Had another win at 6 furlongs at Gulfstream, not in the slop. Did have a slop win back in Churchill at 2024 and an 80 claimer. I'm just not sold here. I know Sappy sends the horse here. I know it gets Irad. I know the last 2 works are good and shiny and everything else. It's got those connections, right? And that's the only reason why it's getting bet here. But what is it going to do? I mean, when you look at pace scenario here, where is it going to be? And all the info that I shows it's going to be way back. And then all of a sudden, magically, I'm going to channel my inner Treader Devon here. And the force sprouts wings, right?
Wait, your metrics has the 2 far back in this race?
I just don't see it.
There's no way. This two can be on the lead if she breaks well. On this track?
The 2, I'm talking about the 4.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were I was asking you about the 2. Why you didn't like the 2?
Okay, so sorry. The 2, even worse, another one from Sappy, our disaster, gonna sit right off of it and potentially deal with the 2 up front and whatnot. I just don't get it. I mean, and I don't see it on this track the way things are shaping up here. As I look at pace and everything else, I know it shows it having going far and away, but yeah, no.
The one thing I will say, Howard, that the 2 our disaster has going for her is the fact that Helena's Forte draws to her inside. I feel like that from the 1 pole or the 1 post, I feel like that horse has to go in theory. So if our disaster sits right off and gets the jump on other horses, you're right. She could just not be good enough. But I feel like that's her best way to win is if Helena's Forte goes, and obviously Jose Ortiz is probably the best, if not the second best, right now in riding. I feel like that's the route for her to get the victories, just getting the jump onto the horses.
I think her best chance is to get to the lead. I don't think she's sitting off a Halley's Fort going by and holding off everyone else. Plus, there's other horses that are going to press down on her from the outside, like the 7 and the 8. Like, the 2 can win. I'm totally against. I think the only way the 2 wins realistically is on the lead. But we'll see.
I just don't think.
Hey, Chris, I need you with the sound. I don't know what's going on with me here.
Yeah,
but I need you.
I got it.
Saratoga sound.
I just don't think Obi-Wan gets the tractor beam shut off here, and I just think that the 2 just get sucked back.
You got the sound, Chris? Because they're about to go here.
Yeah, as soon as they talk, you'll hear.
Scylla goes in.
There you go.
Good luck, everyone.
Carmelina second to last. And Jody's Pride.
Let me get make sure the speakers up for the 8.
Do not let this 2 get loose.
I'm fine with the 2 getting loose.
I'm not.
And they're up in the honorableness. And a very even start at that. But our disaster, as usual, flashes that brilliant early speed. Carmelina, Jody's Pride on the outside. And Striker has Dial is for 3 lengths off the pace. They're followed by Helena's Forte. Benedetta is next. Some 6 lengths off them. Scylla is down on the inside of Little Prankster, 21 and 3.
There you go. Go fast.
Disaster, who takes them around the far turn to the 3/8, 3/4 of the length in front. Striker has Dial is in second.
Striker.
Third. Helena's Forte on the fence in fourth. Followed by Carmelina, who's dropping back at this stage. Benedetta, hard-ridden, Scylla in the pink cap will go in between rivals, trying to mount a bid at the top of the stretch. Our disaster, Striker has Dial. Scylla 3 lengths back in third. 1 furlong to go, and Helena's Forte is coming through smartly along the
Come on, Jody.
Inside the 8 ball, and Helena's Forte and Rehan Ortiz Jr. have collared our disaster. Scylla on the outside of them. Helena's Forte just in front.
Or you could just sit the rail the whole time and have Moses part the seas for you, I guess.
How brutal is that for Jackson, by the way?
freaking gross.
And
That's what it is.
So I didn't like this horse at all. 24-1 on Helena's Fort. I just, man.
I read her.
I hate sloppy tracks. I hate sloppy tracks and off turf courses. Our Disaster ran huge, by the way. No one can deny that. Ran huge.
Yeah.
Scylla did what I had a feeling Scylla would do.
Yep.
Kyle, I just didn't think the one would be the one to beat.
Gosh, didn't either. Just like I said, just sat literally the pocket the entire race and just had the rail open up.
I read Ortiz at 24-1.
Yeah.
Coming out from Prairie Meadows.
Yep. Correct.
What a ride. The rail is obviously really good right now with this. I mean, Jody, by the way, my 9 no excuses. I was just wrong. That's okay.
And
I thought Flavian run a perfect ride.
I was wrong with
this. Wasn't good enough. Scylla was caught in behind a little bit. I mean, 6 is just too short for her. She's just not the same. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that race, to be honest. I'll have to look at Helena's Fort again.
Yeah, there's nothing to look at.
Great ride by Irad, obviously.
Just a toss-up.
Irad
had a game plan to stick to the 2 or whoever was going to be on the lead and just going to go from the inside, which what he did. So
yeah, tough to figure. Here's Helena's Fort page, Kyle.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before you see Irad at 24-1.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she ran a really nice race at Mahoning Valley, and this is second off the layoff for a 4-year-old year. But like I said, you start to nitpick when you try to. I don't even. This is one of those again, as we had earlier. Like you look at it, and you're like, yeah, probably never would have had it, and you just move on. That's the way it is for me, and there's always more races.
I mean, second off the layoff, certainly second off the layoff as a 4-year-old, every right to improve. I think we all would agree with that. Other than that, I just don't.
Yep,
I don't see it here. But was this horse working? I have to look at the works too. Maybe the horse is working. I mean, there's always reasons, right? I mean, usually there's reasons why. So yeah,
apparently Irad has been working her in the mornings as well. So like I said, just
all right. Well,
didn't see it, and we turned the page.
The old
Mahoning Valley form for me, down the toilet. I'm not buying any of that.
I will say on June 21st had a B+ work, which is good. The horse just freaked. Congratulations to anyone that had Helena's Fort. And you're right about that price. When next time Irad wins in a grade stake at 24-1, please let me know, because we might not see it for 5 years. That was wow. Okay, Our Disaster ran well. Scylla was Scylla-ish. And my Jody's probably. I mean, she ran fine, but not good enough. I mean, based on all the tout I was giving her, not good enough. So no regrets. But
I will say, I guarantee you, that's not where Pratt wanted to be on the backside. I don't know if he wanted to be, far outside of the 7, but she broke really well. Yeah. So Pratt kind of just read the break and wanted to put her up there. Yeah,
I thought she'd be further back, but
I thought
maybe she was too close to the pace early, but.
That would be my only nitpicky thing that I would say. But other than that, yeah, what are you going to do?
Chris is not happy. I'm wondering if Chris had a piece of that cross country. Sorry, Chris. That's just, I don't even know what to say. That's
I did not.
The other Chris.
Did not. I don't.
Chris Couples.
Yeah, sorry, the other Chris.
In the chat, not Chris Walsh. My bad. Okay.
I don't monkey around with those things.
Well, if you want, Howard, you got 5 minutes left before 6. There is a Woodbine race at 1 minute to post if you want to end with that, and then we'll
definitely do that.
Sounds good to me. So they'll load up in the gate. Chris Walsh, I don't know if you looked at this race at all. I did. I think it's pretty wide open. Obviously, the board shows that as well. Where'd you go in this last race before we end the show?
Number 9.
Number 9. Paint to 10. Yeah, this is a horse I gave a look to as well. This is one of those, I believe. Let me pull up the time for him.
Why is he 9-1?
Because that's the amount of money that's in the pool.
Yeah, we'll see. I got to look at the will.
You're a math teacher. You know how this works.
Will pays double.
Don't be a smart ass because we lost one race. Be nice.
One,
I'm
two,
going.
We both lost.
I'm going.
Fourth.
I'm going. 2, 7, 9, 10. I'm against the 1 completely here. The 2 is the one I'm interested in if I were to place a win bet. I don't think the 7's impossible at all, or the 9. My overall thought is I'm against the 1. It's a wide open race.
Yeah. Well,
You like the 1 a lot, Chris, correct though?
No,
That was
I'm on
your-
the 9.
No, that was your single in the pick 4 you showed me though.
It was, but the pick
Right.
4 is no bueno here. But
No, I
I do
understand.
like the 1.
Okay.
But I like the pricing on 9 better at this point in time and the way the tickets have worked. So I've got a 1-9 exacta box and Dutch and a decent win bet on the 9 with another Dutch bet on the 1.
I can show it, Howard, if you need.
If you want to show it, go ahead. I never have internet issues, but I wonder if I have too many panels open. It could be. Can you show it, Kyle?
Yes,
Sound?
Hold on.
Show the
Hold on.
race, Kyle.
Yep. I'm trying to get it there.
Okay.
You need. Hold on.
Number 7.
You hear it?
Big win today, the Canadian Stakes in a thriller. So the field waits for Ironstone, Paint the Town Silver, and Arabian Prince.
Good luck, everyone, in the last race that we'll show here on Weekend Warriors,
Ironstone has got
July 20th edition.
Next along is Paint the Town Silver. And to the outside is Arabian Prince at the 6 furlong start. All in and locked up, set to run.
We fired on the 9.
Off they race, and a perfect line. Away very sharply was Found My Ball. Bubbo has come through to be a clear leader. Dashed out a length and a half, now 2.5. Found My Ball is second with Niagara Skyline, who's over on the inside of Rapid Grey. A length away came Gas Me Up on the rail. Just in between runners early is Bois Soleil. Over on their outside is Gilt Edge from Paint the Town Silver. Up the inside, Ironstone, and last is Arabian Prince. And clearing them, Bubbo continues on with a bit of a cushion up front. As they come down the side, it's Bubbo by 3 lengths. Lying in second, Found My Ball. Going to third, Rapid Grey. Niagara Skyline the inside. In the center, Gas Me Up. Around the outside is Gilt Edge from Bois Soleil. Ironstone looking for room the rail. To the outside, Arabian Prince and Paint the Town Silver. Down the stretch, Bubbo's lead, still about 2 lengths. In second, Found My Ball. Niagara Skyline the rail. And out wider came in the center, Rapid Grey, and coming alive now, Gas Me Up. And Gas Me Up's charging up on the outside to go to the front. Gilt Edge is running on pretty well, and then Arabian Prince.
This too.
But Gas Me Up has certainly got a lot of fuel on the tank, and Gas Me Up's going to win, and win comfortably. Gas Me Up powers to the wire to score by 3.5 lengths.
All right.
Might have just got there, Found My Ball with
Got that one, Howard?
away.
Yes, sir.
And
Win bet. That's the one I liked.
And good thing I took that off.
Here we go. All right. Well, saved a little face there at the end with that too. Thanks for getting the video up there.
It's the birdie on 18th that keeps you coming back, Howard, you know?
Yep. Hey, Kyle, stick around when the show's over, off air, by the way.
Okay.
I want to say one thing, and then I'll let you close out everything.
That's fine.
I just want to say one thing to everyone. I hope everyone's paying attention very carefully. There is a strong possibility, no one knows this yet, that's on the screen here, that we're going to be switching only to YouTube channel for these Weekend Warrior shows. We might not be on X. There's a lot of reasons why. I don't want to get into details right now. But if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, we so much appreciate everyone watching, listening. Please subscribe, follow us on X. And if we only go to YouTube, we'll put it on X several times that you can watch these shows on YouTube. Again, there's reasons behind the season. There's reasons behind the scenes why we'd want to do that. I think Chris knows why. But anyway, it's not a final decision has not been made. No, we're not in trouble. Everything's all good. But we may be doing YouTube only instead of showing on our X handles these Weekend Warrior shows. So just please, and for a lot of other shows too, please pay attention to that and just follow us on X for announcements if we switch to YouTube only for our shows. Other than that, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. Kyle, finish it off, my friend.
Yeah, no, and thanks for bringing that up. That's obviously, again, that's good to know. And then again, everyone that watches on X, it's completely free to come watch on YouTube as well. Just get very easy to do. YouTube.com/HHH Racing Podcast. Please put it in and come subscribe to the HHH Racing Podcast YouTube channel. That's our number one way of presenting these podcasts to you guys. So at the end of the day, this is the main source. So please come and subscribe over to the main source. Lots of again, tons of chat interaction, and that's why we do these weekend shows, is to do these shows with you guys, with the viewers. And of course, as Terry Frank, very astute viewer Terry Frank points out, buy the power picks. It's money. They pay for themselves, as humbly as we can say here on the HHH Racing Podcast. Pete gave out a 9-2 shot earlier as his best bet of as one of his best bets of the entire day. And if it's only $5, minimum bet at Saratoga is $2. I'll let you do the math on that one. They pay for themselves, everyone. Again, it's all done through Patreon. The link is in the description. Patreon.com/HHH Racing Podcast. So please come over and subscribe to that, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel. The only difference is the YouTube channel is free. For the July 20th edition of Weekend Warriors, again, please, one more thing, please subscribe and come back every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights for preview shows, podcasts for the next weekend of horse racing. We do live podcasts every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, previewing the next weekend's stakes races that we cover on this show. So please come over for those. For my co-hosts, Howard Kravitz and Chris Walsh, it has been Kyle Roscoe in the July 20th edition of Weekend Warriors here on the HHH Racing Podcast. And until next time, everybody, crush those bets, win those photos, and stay safe, everyone. We'll see you this week. Have a good night.
If you have not followed his Triple H Horse Racing podcast, you're missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.